And we are back after what felt like a month, like just an extended period of time where we've been off. We are back once again with some New York Knicks basketball here on this Sunday late afternoon. Yes, the Giants have already wrapped up, the Jets have already wrapped up, and we need the Knicks to bring the positive vibes back, right? So let's get to it. We are back once again. We just had to make sure we showed up and stunted on little brother real quick. My man MK Methamem? Methamem? What's up, Meth? What's up, MK? He said, go Nets. We got a Nets fan in the chat. What's poppin', MK? I apologize for what's about to happen tonight. Or maybe you might be celebrating because let's be real. Over the last couple of years, the Knicks and the Nets, despite these two organizations their trajectory going in opposite directions. The Nets were up here, Knicks were down here, and Knicks were battling their way up, and the Nets were kind of falling down. They kind of met in the middle for a little bit there, for about a season or two, and then since then, the KD trade, the Kyrie trade, the Harden trade, everybody kind of ultimately left the Nets organization. The Knicks continued to rise, and so we are where we are, where the Nets are now at the bottom of the barrel, worst team in the league, and the Knicks, well, they're title contenders. So here we are this season, and I will tell you, despite that dichotomy of what I just explained, the Knicks and the Nets tend to play really close basketball games. Now, of course, this is under the stewardship of one Tom Thibodeau, so maybe with this new offensive capability with the new system and everything that Mike Brown is in place, and the way that the Knicks have been playing recently, with everybody fully healthy tonight, nobody on the injury list. We know Mitchell Robinson will play. It's been 3 days in between games, so he is back and ready to go. No second night of a back-to-back, so it's happy to see him out there. But with everybody healthy and ready to go, and the Nets situation being what it is, I don't expect this to be a good game. I don't expect this to be close. I expect this to be a celebration of the Knicks just having a good time out there. I want to see Mo Diawara. I know Paco and Mo Diawara played with the Westchester Knicks the other day. I hope they're back with the big team today because it should be a blowout. It should be a beat down here tonight. At least there should. The Nets, they have been spunky. They have battled pretty well in first half, similar to the Wizards. They're in it for the first half where teams kind of play kind of lightly against them, allow them to hang around before ultimately blowing them out. Andres YT, what's up, Andres? Appreciate you. Lana Monas, of course. What's up, Lana Monas? Daniel Berry Sports, The Fleas, BJ Solo, and Jay. Frank Juarez, my man Big Rudd, of course. Appreciate y'all. Right? But with both of these teams in the situation that they are, don't expect a close game, but don't be surprised if it's within 10 at some point in the second half, right? Don't be surprised about it. I know I won't. My expectation is a blowout, and if it's not a blowout, I'll be somewhat disappointed, but I won't be too surprised. I'm not looking down on the Nets too much, despite maybe I should be, but I do have some level of respect for the head coach, Jorge Fernandez, and the fact that he can get these guys to galvanize and play hard. It is a crosstown rivalship. Hopefully, we can lock down on the one guy that they have who can create any sort of look for himself in Michael Porter Jr. No Cam Thomas out there tonight, so there goes most of their offense. It's Cam Thomas and it's Michael Porter Jr., and that's pretty much it. So again, the Knicks should be pretty good here tonight. They are obviously still trying to work their way around in terms of getting the chemistry right, getting the rotations right, and playing together in this new system, both offensively and defensively. So, again, I don't expect this to be close. With that being said, we can run through it real quick with some updated stats. Najo, what's up, Najo? F the Nets sell that team. Hey, man. Golden State Warriors fan. What's up, Golden State Warriors fan? How's it going, Chevy? It's going pretty good, Golden State. Going pretty good. Andres, and I'm saying about 20 to 30 point blowout. I hope so. I hope so. That is the expectation. Hopefully, with this new direction that the Knicks have taken under Mike Brown after moving on from Tom Thibodeau, hopefully that is something that they're still trying to prove themselves and still trying to work their way around. So hopefully they don't take the Nets too lightly here today, to the point where the Nets could maybe get hot from the perimeter, because any team in the NBA can get hot from the perimeter and keep themselves in the game, especially when they have a knockdown three-point shooter or a knockdown perimeter shooter like they do with Michael Porter Jr. But again, no Cam Thomas. I'm hoping that the Knicks just take care of business here tonight, because that's exactly what should happen. With that being said, let's run through the pregame real quick. As always, we're going to start with the captain, Jalen Brunson. Ricardo, my guy, was popping. We're going to start with the captain, Jalen Brunson. Season averages so far, 28 points per game, almost 4 rebounds, about 6 assists, hovering around what he had last year. It's Jalen Brunson. We don't really have to go over star players, because we know what star players are capable of. You kind of just hope that either they have an off night, or maybe they settle for shots, or maybe they're just hoping that their other teammates can lift them up that night. Jalen Brunson's going to do what he does on a nightly basis, right? The assist numbers are a little bit down, but he's starting to get there with the assist. Was averaging about 4. Now he's gotten it all the way back up to 6. The shooting percentages are going to even out to what they normally even out throughout his Knicks tenure as the starting point guard here. But Brunson started the year by scoring more than 30 on a nightly basis. But now that other guys have started to hit shots, he is leaning more into his playmaking. Had 10 assists for the first time this season the other night against the Minnesota Timberwolves. So hopefully, he continues that streak again here tonight with another high assist numbers night, as guys are starting to knock down their shots. Speaking of guys starting to knock down their shots, we get over to Mr. Karl Anthony Towns, of course. Getting that average up to over 20 yet again. He's at 19.8. It was down to around 17, 18 with the really bad game against Milwaukee thrown in there to start the year. But obviously, as the season goes on, he'll average around to where he's been majority of his career. There's no way he's going to go from a 24, 25 point per game scorer down to about an 18 point per game scorer in the prime of his career at 29 years old. That's not going to happen. The rebounding is still phenomenal, damn near 13 a game. 3.3 assists is actually slightly up from last year, as it should be, now that Mike Brown is using him more as a hub and he's getting more comfortable playing out of the hub and learning the cadence of the offense. Something Mike Brown talked about. The offense needs to have cadence, especially the front court guys. But we saw the other night against Minnesota, a couple of times he hit Bridges cutting back door, he hit Clarkson cutting back door. We should be seeing a lot more of that as the season goes on, as the Knicks get really comfortable playing alongside of each other in this offense. Also, the percentages are starting to get back to where they are. 41% from the field is not what Karl Anthony Towns is going to shoot for the year. He's going to get closer to 50, if not over 50. But it was down to about 32 or something like that, so it's starting to rise up for Karl Anthony Towns. Same with the three-point percentage. That was about 20. Now it's obviously up to 34. He's going to get it close to 40 as the season goes on, because those are his normal percentages throughout his career. A little bit of context. Cat seems healthier, and he has been rounding in the form as his scoring and his shooting splits are rising back to their career averages. Again, physical prime, 29 years old. He's going to get around that. It's about this number for him as the season goes on. It's about the rebounding. It's about the defensive metrics. Obviously, these are just the simple counting stats. The 3 turnovers is a little high, obviously, but he has to get accustomed to playing in this offense, like we said. Darnell, what's up, Darnell? We get over to OG Anunoby, the demon of the team. His scoring and his averages are starting to rise. 18.1 points per game, 6 rebounds, which is a lot of rebounds for OG Anunoby versus last year where he was sitting at around 4, which is far too low of a number for a 6'8 front court player. Now at about 6, really good number, especially when you're playing alongside guys like Mitchell Robinson and Karl Anthony Towns, who just gobble up rebounds. My man is attacking the boards and being relentless. Funnily enough, on the offensive glass, something OG Anunoby hasn't really been throughout his career. But so far, the coaching staff and this team has gotten him to dive heavily and crash hard to those rebounds on the offensive side. 2.4 assists per game is about what he's averaged for his career, but 2.4 steals per game, almost a block per game. My man is still a demon defensively, still dominating games with his perimeter defense and even his interior defense as well. 48% from the field, 76% from the foul line, 41% from three-point range. My man is not missing right now. He's on a little bit of a heater, coming off a phenomenal game in which he led the team in scoring against the Minnesota Timberwolves. Hopefully he continues that streak here tonight. OG should be the third guy on this team. It's usually a combination of OG and Mikal Bridges, of whoever has it going that night, right? It are the guys in which we start to play through. One of those two guys as the third option. He should be the third guy on this team. And after his slow start, he has picked up his offensive game while keeping his usual dominant defensive impact. Like we talked about with the steals, 2.4 steals a game, and they're noticeable steals. They're like, give me the ball, I'm going down and I'm getting 2 points out of it type of steals, which is pretty fantastic. That's the issue. There we go. Much better. You get over to Mikal Bridges, got off to a phenomenal start to the year. He's still playing extremely well. The average was close to 20. It's dropping down to about 16, but that's because he's kind of sliding back into the fourth slot on this team in terms of being the go-to guy, the main guy. He was sitting as the second go-to guy, mostly because Karl-Anthony Towns and OG Anunoby started off the year a little bit slowly, but now he's starting round his game out. 16 points per game, about 5 rebounds, about over 5 assists so far. And boy, oh boy, has he been diming his teammates up. He's been phenomenal. As a secondary playmaker playing alongside Jalen Brunson as the shooting guard, Mikal Bridges, he's a lot more comfortable in this offense. We talked about it all season long. He's still shooting it extremely well. Obviously, some of these percentages will go down a little bit, mostly the three-point percentage. But this might be the first year that he shoots above 40% from three-point range just because my man has been it's hard at this point when he rises to shoot, especially out of the corners where I can see him even missing at this point, right? Justice's dad. What's up, Justice's dad? The New York Knicks are perfect at home and winless on the road. Well, they've only played 3 road games, and those have been the 3 losses. Obviously, a big, long homestand here with the 7 games here at home. Hopefully, they can sweep the homestand because we got a 5-game road trip coming up right after the 7-game homestand. So we're going to have some chances to pick up some victories on the road, is what I'm saying. 46% from three-point range for Mikal Bridges is obviously an incredible number. It's going to come down a little bit, but hopefully not too much because hopefully he's going to hover around 40% year long. That usually equates to being a pretty goddamn good shooter. He's obviously getting a ton of open looks, playing off of the 3 guys we previously talked about. Him, OG Anunoby are really starting to come around. Both of those guys rank, I believe, in the top 5, if not top 6 or 7 of corner threes made already this season. They're going to continue to explode so far as the season goes on. The offense seems to really cater to the 2 wing guys out here. Golden State Warriors fan said, I think the Knicks are going to get the upper hand on the Pacers this season. Speaking of the Pacers, who do you think is going to win tonight's game? Well, I think the Knicks are going to win. I don't know who the Pacers are playing, if they're playing tonight. I can look real quick. They're playing the Warriors. I see. I get it now. They're playing the Warriors. They're probably going to lose against the Warriors. I hate to tell you, they're going to drop to 1-9, but I know that probably delights Pacers fans because they did trade for their first-round pick back this year. And so they're definitely looking at that lottery right now and then really stack the draft. David Haas Jr., what's up, David? Happy to see you, brother. Darnell said we might break a record of rebounding points, hopefully. Hopefully it's one of those nights where everything just kind of goes well. Now we move on to my man Mitchell Robinson. That's right, the blockness monster, Big Mitch. My man, 4 points a game, 8.7 rebounds per game. And you look at these statistics, shooting 54.5% from the field. I think he's shot 2 free throws, maybe 1 free throw, didn't make it. Obviously not shooting threes. 1.7 blocks, 0.3 steals, 0.7 turnovers, whatever. You look at these counting stats and you go, okay, what's so special about Mitchell Robinson? My man played 16 minutes the other night, grabbed 9 offensive rebounds. And you know what I'm here to tell you? I'm here to tell you that's not even the most impactful game I've ever seen this man play. This man is on a mission this season. Boy, oh boy, am I happy to have Big Mitchell Robinson back, nice and healthy, because he's about to go out there. He's going to dominate these boys tonight. He's going to get real scary out there because the Brooklyn Nets are not a good rebounding team. And you got Mitchell Robinson coming off his most dominant rebounding game this season so far. It's going to get real spooky out there for the Brooklyn Nets. He may have 15 rebounds at halftime. Who knows? Depends how much he plays. He only played 16 minutes the other night, but that's because that's all we really needed him for. Starting around in the form, Mitchell Robinson, starting to get that rhythm back, starting to understand what his team needs from him. Obviously, doesn't have to do a whole lot. All he got to focus on is protecting the rim, playing good defense, snagging rebounds, blocking shots. All he got to worry about. Mark, what's up, Mark? Golden State Warriors fan said Steph Curry is the MVP for a reason. I mean, he was the MVP for a reason, but he's no longer that player. Still obviously fantastic is what I mean, but he's not the MVP of the league anymore, nor is he in the discussion for MVP. But we get over to Josh Hart, and I've upgraded Josh Hart from being the 7th man up to the 6th man because we got Josh Hart back. We got Josh Hart back in his purest form coming off the bench. The averages are starting to average out. That's why we call them the averages. 8 points per game, 7 rebounds per game, 3.6 assists per game. He's doing Josh Hart things out there. Now, maybe he's on a little bit of a hot streak in terms of his shooting because he was 4 for 5 from three-point range against the Minnesota Timberwolves, which we know is not a strength of his game, not typically something that he excels at, but maybe rising tides lift all ships. Maybe the offense and Mike Brown telling him, like, you better shoot that shot, brother, or I'm pulling you out of the game. Maybe he's been watching some tapes, whatever. But Mitchell Robinson, you can confuse the two because of how dominant they are on the boards. Josh Hart is starting to round the form. 3 straight fantastic games from Josh Hart, trying to make it 4 in a row. Playing the Brooklyn Nets, I don't see any reason why Josh Hart should struggle tonight. Should continue his good play. I'd like to see him continue his good shooting, obviously. He's got his three-point percentage shot right back up. It was at about 15% so far in the year because he was shooting it terribly. We know he's got the finger issue. We know he's got a little bit of a knee issue. We know he had the back issue to start the year. So hopefully my man is getting healthier, rounding in the form, accepting his role on this team, understanding what this team needs from him, because Josh Hart is so impactful when he's healthy and ready to go. That's what we need. That's what we need. Adding a little bit of context to it, Josh Hart has really bounced back and seems to have, if I can step out of the way, geez, go stand over Josh Hart's face. Josh Hart has really bounced back and seems to have bought in with what his role is this season. He also is a confidence player, and his confidence right now is very, very high. Great point past me, who wrote this the other night. Josh Hart is a confidence player, and the confidence is skying high right now. I'd like to see what Josh Hart looks like when he starts to lose confidence in that jump shot. Hopefully it doesn't happen, but if it does happen at some point in the season, which it likely will, because he's not a very good three-point shooter, at least he hasn't proven that throughout his career, but hopefully he doesn't go through a big confidence downturn throughout the season, and the confidence stays high, and he continues to shoot, and even if he averages around a 35%, 34% three-point shooter throughout the year, that's good enough for what you need from Josh Hart, because all of the other things he provides are pretty fantastic. We get over to Deuce McBride, and obviously we as Knicks fans, we know what Deuce McBride is capable of. Anybody who's been to the channel knows what Deuce McBride is capable of, because I wax poet about Deuce McBride on a nightly basis. But boy, oh boy, is Deuce McBride kind of the X-factor swing for this team. When Deuce McBride is knocking down his shots and playing defense at the level that we know he can play defense at, boy, oh boy, does it feel like it's really, really difficult to justify not having this guy on the court, right? Does it feel really difficult to not justify playing him 30 minutes that night? Deuce McBride is pretty fantastic, right? Deuce continues to be great off the bench with his three-point shooting and his point-of-attack defense, the two things that keep him on the court. He's also improved his point guard qualities. I put that in there because there are specific things that Deuce McBride is doing right now that I really want to point out. Obviously, he's not a point guard, not in a traditional sense, not really with his playmaking or his ball handling, but he does have some point guard qualities. He's point guard kind of in size really alone, more of a shooting guard. But Deuce McBride did something the other night, and I noticed a lot of other people picked up on it too, but it was something I picked up in the moment. We could even go back and pull up that clip from the stream the other night against Minnesota, where Deuce McBride gets switched on Rudy Gobert off a screen. And Deuce McBride is thinking, okay, cool, I can attack Rudy Gobert. So he pulls it out. He has it on the left wing, and he comes walking towards up top. And Minnesota's like, okay, a guard is isolating on Rudy Gobert. We have to get over to help side real quick. And Deuce McBride, before he walks up to the top of the key and kind of eliminates a lot of the passing lanes that he has to the corners, he really only has a passing lane to the wing at that point. Before he gets there, he's on the left wing. He turns his back to the defense. He looks over his shoulder real quick, and then in a split-second decision, whips a pass to the corner to Jordan Clarkson, who catches, sets his feet, fires from three over. I believe it was Jaden McDaniels. Jaden McDaniels was sliding over to help away from Jordan Clarkson out of the corner to help on the Deuce McBride isolation on Rudy Gobert. And that's just a point guard quality. That's just experience. That's understanding of the offense. That's understanding of personnel. That's understanding what the defense is doing. Once, as a guard, you get the big man switched onto you, the defense is going to start to collapse and force you to kick it out to a shooter, and then they'll play out of rotations, where maybe they'll try to run the shooter off the three-point line. But Deuce McBride understood that, took maybe 1 or 2 dribbles, and was like, got him. Exactly what I wanted to have happen. I wanted you to inch over Jaden McDaniels, and you inched over it a little too quickly, and I'm going to hit the corner right away. Boom, catch, fire, knock down the three, and it was a nice big momentum swing in the game, where the Knicks already had the lead, but Minnesota was trying to build some momentum, and the Knicks just crushed it right away, and they were off and running. So it was fantastic to see Deuce McBride try to play up some of the point guard qualities that I know he has, that I know are in there, because he played point guard in college, but also just to see him, that's veteran experience right there. That's a guy who's played some basketball now in the league and understands what defenses want to do when you have them in certain situations. And that's a guy manipulating the defense to get them to do exactly what he wants in order to get the open look. That's fantastic basketball right there. I just thought I should shout it out. Saw a couple of other people also shout it out on some other podcasts that I listened to. So shout out to all the Knicks people around who are just pointing beautiful things out, right? It's great. Chris Dino Osler, what's up, Chris? Appreciate you. Robin Schultz, what's up, Robin? David Osh Jr. said Jimmy doing better than the Heat right now. I mean, the Heat suffered some injuries. The way they've been playing, I'm sure the Heat will bounce back. We get over to Jordan Clarkson, and let me wax poetic on Jordan Clarkson a little bit because we've been a little down on JC so far this season. We've been kind of talking down on his name a little bit. I didn't even go over Deuce McBride's percentages because it doesn't matter. We talked about him enough. We get over to Jordan Clarkson. Jordan Clarkson, let me tell you something about JC. I was really down on the offseason acquisition of JC. I was like, you know what? He's a better player than Campaign, much better player than Campaign. Shout out to him. Mafia Production. What's up, Mafia Productions? I have the Knicks minus 16. Do I sell kidney or am I good? I don't know. I think you're good. The Knicks should win by 16 for sure. K Hazy, what's up, K Hazy? JC has a beast. Has been a beast? Yes, he has. Let me wax poetic about JC real quick. Let me wax poetic about Jordan Clarkson because I was down on the Jordan Clarkson acquisition. I was down to be. I was up, I should say. I was down. I was not a fan of the Jordan Clarkson acquisition in the offseason, but I was open to being wrong about it, right? I wasn't too harsh on it. I was just like, he's kind of a reckless player. He comes out, he's a shot chucker. We just had that with Campaign. Yes, he's better than Campaign overall, but is he going to take them out of the offense? Not much of a point guard. He has point guard qualities. Can he lean into those qualities? Will he dig down on defense? He's now 33 years old. Is he aging out of like his NBA role playerness? And he's more of like a 9th, 10th, 11th man, maybe battling for a rotation spot. Like, where are we with Jordan Clarkson in his career? And let me tell you something. These past couple of games, the stats aren't going to show it. 9 points per game, 1.3 rebounds, 1.3 assists. Obviously, they're down from what he was doing for large swaths of his career because he's not really getting the minutes anymore, but I think he's in the perfect situation for where he's at in his career right now. Knocking down threes, 35% from three-point range, and that was after being really, really down in about 25%. Obviously started off the year slow like many other Knicks. 90% from the foul line tells you he's got a nice soft touch. 42% from the field is usually where he shoots. But again, he's playing significantly better. Knocking down perimeter shots, taking smarter shots. There was a moment in CSC. What's up, CSC? Appreciate you, my guy. There was a moment in the Minnesota game where Jordan Clarkson, I think the Knicks either caused a turnover or whatever. They were in transition. Clarkson got the outlet. He's bringing it down. And every other game this season, going back to the preseason, every other game in the season, in that situation, Clarkson bringing it down. We're in transition. He's got some space. Jordan Clarkson pulls up for the three, right? It gives you flashbacks to Campaign. It's what he does. It's what his role is. He's supposed to be a go-to offensive guy off the bench. He's supposed to be the scorer and whatnot. And instead, Jordan Clarkson got it, hesitated at the three, but didn't look like he wanted to shoot it. Just was putting on a dribble move. Let me give you with a little hesitation. And then looked to attack, didn't have a lane. Pulled it back out, rode the wave, handed it off to another offensive player, and we didn't really have an advantage there. We set something up, and at some point, I do believe it ended with Jordan Clarkson either getting a layup or an open shot out of it. And let me tell you something. That's growth. That is a coaching staff getting to him and being like, hey, I want you to be aggressive. This ain't really the shot the offense needs right now. Obviously, we want to play with pace, and we want to play fast, and we've been beating that into everybody's head so far, but this ain't really the shot we want right now. That was something that was never, apparently, just because he never stopped doing it, that was something that was clearly never really said to Campaign last year. We don't need that, as my man from Knicks Fan TV, CP of the franchise, would say. We don't need that. What I need Jordan Clarkson to do is to be a smart basketball player because I know he is. I know he has that in him. And so far, the last couple of games, we're seeing a lot more of the positive Jordan Clarkson. The percentages are starting to rise, starting to knock down shots, right? Like most players, Clarkson is finding his rhythm and his role in this rotation. His shot selection has been better, and he is competing on defense. Yes, great point, me. Thank you for bringing that up. Carl Jean-Baptiste, what's up, Carl? Appreciate it. Feel like I haven't seen you in a while, Carl. I'm happy to see you. Daniel Tilson, what's up, Daniel? CSC, my man. What is that, over 220-something like that? Heck yeah, appreciate you, CSC. What was that? Oh, his defense, Jordan Clarkson's defense. He has been competing much better defensively. We know he can be a little defensively challenged. It is what it is. That's what happens, especially as you get older. He's never been known for his defense, but he has some size. He's got some athleticism. He's got some quickness. He should be better defensively than I think he has been throughout his career. He's himself has prioritized offense so much so to the point where his defense has taken a big old backseat in his career. But obviously in a much lesser role here in the Knicks, coming off the bench as like the 8th or 9th guy. he has been significantly better defensively so far this year, and I'm very happy to see it. Monique Johnson, what's up, Monique? Tough fit, appreciate you. It is, it's against the Brooklyn Nets. It should not be a competition tonight, so we didn't have to get all too dressed up. But I did still have to represent the Knicks, of course, right? We get over to Landry Shamet, and a brand new graphic has hit the stream, y'all. A brand new graphic. I had to reward my man Landry Shamet. We previously did not have one, but Landry Shamet has become a permanent fixture of the Knicks rotation, averaging 7 points per game, 2.1 rebounds, 0.5 assists. Obviously about the ninth man in the rotation at this point, right? Or eighth man, ninth man, something like that in the rotation, which is fine. We know what Landry Shamet provides. I don't even really care about the field goal percentage number. This is really the only number I care about with Landry Shamet. I need you to knock down your threes at a high clip. I need you to take them when they're open, even when they're semi-contested, because I know you can knock them down still. Over 40% from three-point range so far to start the year. This is where I want his three-point percentage to hover all season long. Over 40 for Landry Shamet. Shamet has been the perfect ninth man in the Knicks rotation. He comes in, feisty defender and a knockdown three-point shooter, excellent off-ball mover as well. He keeps the offense lubricated. He's a smart off-ball mover as well, a heady basketball player. Happy to see Landry Shamet really finding his rhythm and his groove in this offense right now because he's really important to what the Knicks kind of do right now when they pull guys off the court like Bridges or Anunoby. To have another three-point marksman come in and play the way that he's playing is incredibly important. You're not going to see him play a ton of minutes on a nightly basis if the Knicks are fully healthy. But when he is available and he can be out there, that you want to see. CSC, wow, he's 90% from the free throw line. I mean, this is unlimited free throw attempts. I'm sure he's maybe like 9 for 10 on the season or something. Just that's a Sengun iced it? Oh, I can see it right now. I have ESPN up. They're up 120-114 on the Bucks. It's nice to see the Bucks lose. The Bucks will drop to 6-4. Lewis Mundraby, what's up, Lewis? JC and Shamet will be the difference. So far, they have been since the Knicks have started to play significantly better. Angela Harding, what's up, Angela? Michael Ramdoff, I feel like I missed you previously, Michael. I don't know if I shouted you out or not, but what's up, Michael? We get over to Gershon Yabusele, and poor Gershon Yabusele, who's dropped all the way down to the last spot in the graphics here. We only have about 7 minutes before we get to the tip-off, but it's okay. We don't have a lot to go over with the Nets. I don't mean to be disrespectful to any Nets fans in the chat, but honestly, there's not a whole lot to go over. We'll kind of fly by their rotations real quick. We get over to Gershon Yabusele, and he's kind of the odd man out of the rotation right now. 2 points per game, 2.7 rebounds, only 1 assist. 0.1 assist, not even 1 assist. A tenth of an assist so far this season. He's averaging 23% from the three-point line, 28% from the field. His minutes are significantly down, obviously, from what they were last year on a tanking 76ers team. Yabusele has not been very good for the Knicks. He still continues to be a positive glue guy, starting to figure it out a little bit, but at the same time, the minutes, the opportunities, they're just not really there, and nor is he clamoring for those minutes and opportunities because he's not playing well when he does get the few minutes and opportunities that are available. The Knicks didn't start off the year very healthy with Mitchell Robinson missing time, with Josh Hart missing time, and that was kind of the time for Gershon Yabusele to be like, hey, I could step in. I'm ready to go, y'all. Off to a slow start, and as a result of it, you're going to lose out to a ton of minutes from the guys who are playing significantly better. Yabusele is the odd man out of the rotation on most nights. Important depth piece in the long run, but has really struggled to find his role on this team overall, unfortunately, for Gershon Yabusele. We'll see how much longer he has on this team because I don't think the Knicks will hold on to a guy who just does not seem to fit with this team right now, the way they're playing, but we'll see. We'll see. Eamon Owens, what's up, Eamon? Keith Watkins, what's up, Keith? Greetings from Atlanta. Shout out to you, Keith. I'm high on Atlanta. I think you guys are going to turn your season around if you are a Hawks fan. Maybe you're a Knicks fan just checking in from Atlanta. But either way, appreciate you, Keith. Karen, what's up, Karen? Always happy to see you, Karen. Daniel Santos with the subscription. Appreciate you, Daniel. Did I miss that? Did I pop? Maybe I don't have the the alerts on this scene. But either way, we get over to the Nets and we get to Cam Thomas, who's out for the next 3 to 4 weeks. Not much to go over. Didn't even update his stats because he's going to be out for a while. But we do get the Michael Porter Jr., the newest Net, traded over to the Brooklyn Nets here from the Denver Nuggets. 23 points per game, career high from him. 8 rebounds per game, I'd also believe a career high. 3 assists, I also believe a career high. Obviously, the ball is going to be in his hands a lot. He's going to look to take a bunch of shots. We know what he can do. We know he doesn't really like to pass. The only time he'll pass is if you bring a double team over to him or he really can't get a shot off. It's the only time the ball is going to be leaving his hands outside of him shooting it. He is shooting it well, though. 47% from the field, almost 80% from the foul line, 36% from three-point range is respectable, especially that he's getting significantly harder shots from the perimeter now. He's not playing off of Jokic. But this is kind of probably something he's always wanted, to just have the ball in his hands and be able to shoot it at any point he wants to. We get over to Nick Claxton, who I believe is just kind of wasting away in Brooklyn right now. I think Nick Claxton, I think I wrote it here, Claxton has the capabilities of being a backbone of a good defense. The issue is that his talents are being wasted on tanking Nets teams. This has been the case the last couple of years since Durant left. He's 26 years old. He's still got some, obviously, quality time in his career, but he's got to get off this Brooklyn Nets team at some point. There are plenty of teams that could really use him. The Lakers need a solid center to play either alongside or back up DeAndre Ayton. I don't know if Jackson Hayes is the answer, but Nick Claxton is just solid so far this year. 15 points per game, 7.2 rebounds, which is significantly down from where he was when he was really competing, playing alongside Kevin Durant. He was closer to around 10 rebounds. Obviously not a whole lot to play for, but I still think Nick Claxton's pretty solid. I'm a fan of Nick Claxton. Anthony G&T, what's up, Anthony? Anthony said, who did the Nets give for him? For Michael Porter Jr., they traded Cam Johnson. Day'Ron Sharpe, who I believe is one of the best backup bigs in the NBA, 6.3 points, 5.2 rebounds. I actually think the stats are a little bit down to start the year. Maybe he's started the year a little bit slow. The percentages are what they are. I guess he's trying to take a couple of perimeter shots to start the year, trying to extend his range a little bit, I guess. I did not even realize he's probably 1 for 3 from three-point range, but still. Sergeant Robert Lanes, what's up, Rob? Sergeant Bobby from Quinzon City, Philippines. What's up, Rob? Appreciate you. Eric Rodriguez. What's up, Eric? Let's get to it. Sharpe is one of the more underrated bigs in the league right now. Not sure if he's stagnating as a player. The team is so bad it's hard to find motivation to play hard. Kind of tough to evaluate players on tanking teams because are you having a rough year because the team is so bad? Or are you a diamond in the rough, and once we put better talent around you, your strengths can shine a little bit more? It's hard to evaluate that. Speaking of hard to evaluate, Dutch B, what's up, Dutch B? Hip Hop Beats, what's up, Hip Hop? Speaking of tough to evaluate, we get over to Igor Demon. And yes, it's really tough to evaluate these rookies. They drafted a bunch of rookies. Igor Demon is really the only guy who's in the rotation. He's not off to a good start to his career. You can see the percentages are not good. 34% from the field, only 5.6 points per game. He's in the starting lineup. Difficult to develop a young player when the rest of the roster is so bereft of talent to play off of. Right? He's clearly a guy who would benefit another good ball handler alongside of him to kind of direct him and not have him be a creator. He was seen coming out of college as like a 6'8" wing. He's not from Florida State. I believe he's from BYU. My bad. I should change that. But he's 19 years old. He's a project, and they're kind of just throwing him in the fire and expecting him to figure it out. And that's just not great. Not great. We get over to Hayward Highsmith, who's injured. He's not playing. Moving on. We get over to Noah Clowney. Similar situation to a lot of the younger players on the team. Nets are in a position to give young players like Clowney a chance to establish themselves in the league. Clowney needs to show a lot more to prove he belongs. Ended the year pretty strong last year, but hasn't really shown much this year. With the injury to Cam Thomas, he's been inserted to the starting lineup, so we'll see what he has as the year goes on. It's really difficult right now to evaluate these young guys on this Nets team right now. Daniel Santos, what's up, Daniel? We get over to Terrence Mann, an established veteran on this team. He'll be in the starting lineup as well. 11 points per game, 3.2 rebounds, 3.3 assists. Just a solid, like, 8th, 9th guy in a good team. But on this team, one of the go-to guys is a veteran. That's kind of where the Nets are in this situation, right? We get over to Zaire Williams, who had a good bounce-back year after some down years with Memphis. Had a good bounce-back year with the Nets last year. Felt like he was really starting to realize some of his potential. But similar situation. I think I literally just kept the same context. It's difficult to evaluate these young players in the roster when the roster is so bereft of talent to play off of. He's supposed to be one of the guys that they can go to, and obviously he's not that level of player. He really should be playing off of other guys. You can see the percentages are not very good. Only 9.6 points per game. The Nets are in a situation where they don't really have anything going for them right now. They will be in the run for another high draft pick this year, but the way the lottery is set up, there's no guarantees they're going to be able to get it. Brittany Kelly, what's up, Brittany? And that's going to wrap up again. I didn't have a lot to say about the Nets. Didn't have a lot to say about them. I told you. I tried to warn you. It's fine because it's perfect timing. We're getting right to tip-off. But Hip-Hop said, remember when the Nets fans used to be loud and talk nonsense? Those days are long gone. I mean, look, man, when you got a good team, you wanna talk your stuff. I get that. It never really bothered me. But you obviously have to eat what you sow. You have to reap what you sow. And the Nets, they asked for it, and here you are. This is what the Nets organization has historically been. Justice Dad said, well done pregame. Appreciate you, Justice Dad. Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you. I see you've been reading the descriptions, Justice's Dad, and you can see that I do everything. I put my name down there. Created, produced, edited, graphics made by all me. Buzzer beater AP was popping, my guys. Appreciate y'all. Justice's Dad said ISO gang from years ago was funny from the Nets. Look, man, like I said, when you're on top, they had KD, Kyrie in their primes. You traded for Harden. They had it all going. And, like I understand wanting to get your stuff off and talk trash to other fan bases. I get that. You're allowed to do that. When your team is up, you're allowed to do that. But just understand that at some point your team will be down because that is the history of the Nets, to be down, right? No matter how high they'll go, they'll always get knocked back down. Here we go. We're starting it off. Let's go ahead and go to the Gamecast. We'll get that set up. There we go. The Knicks are at home, obviously, continuing their homestand here. This is the 5th game in the homestand, I believe, right? The Knicks win the tip, because of course they do, and we're off and running. Mikal Bridges will bring the ball down. Bridges has it up top, being guarded by Demon. Gets it over to Robinson. Now over to Anunoby. Now back to Brunson. Brunson over to Bridges, and Bridges immediately gets fouled by Terrence Mann. Kwame Robertson, Dud Fresh, appreciate y'all. Anthony said, the Nets have been a mess since they invaded Brooklyn. I mean, not really. They got Kyrie and KD, and they were hooping for a minute there. For a minute, they were there. But it was just a minute. And now we're back to reality. They get it into Robinson up top, gets it over to Towns. Towns coming to his right, off of Robinson's screen, gets it over to Brunson. Brunson's going to settle for the left wing three. Can't get it to go fight for the rebound. Porter Jr. knocks it over to Nick Claxton. And now here comes Igor Demon. Demon on the left wing, coming to his left up top. Picks up his dribble, cross-court pass to Clowney. Clowney catches, pump fakes, driving it down, leans in, little hook shot, gets blocked by Robinson. We're probably going to see a lot of that tonight. Here comes Brunson bringing it down the other way. Brunson leaves it off to Towns as the trailer. Catches pump fakes. He's being guarded by Claxton. Towns fakes the handoff. He's going to keep it in the post. Backing down Claxton. He's got the size and strength advantage. Just bullying ball his way down there. And Claxton just grabs the jersey. Foul on the floor. Nothing Claxton can do about that. AB said Battle of New York. It's not going to be much of a battle tonight. I'll tell you that. Golden State Warriors fan said, as a Warriors fan, I hope the Knicks win tonight, even though I'm not a Knicks fan. I appreciate you, Golden State Warriors fan. I'm going to root for Golden State tonight just for you. They get it into Towns, left wing, immediately attacking Claxton. Stops, turns, spins, righty hook. Got it to go down. There you go, Big Cat. Way to get us up on the board to start. Igor Demon bringing it down against Bridges. Gets it over to Claxton. Sprays it over to Terrence Mann, being guarded by Brunson. Now up top to Demon. He's got Bridges on him. Demon gets it over to Clowney. Clowney over to Claxton. Fakes the handoff. Back out to Clowney. Clowney a left wing three. They're going to dare him to shoot. And he misses that one. Robinson rips away a rebound. Here comes Jalen Brunson pushing it the other way. Brunson, quick in and out crossover down the lane. Gets caught in the air. Kicks it out to Towns. Extra pass to Bridges. Wide open right corner three. Line me up. Mikal Bridges. And that's one way to get it started, baby. The getting into the paint, collapsing the defense, kicking it out. The extra pass to give up a good shot for a great shot. And we knock down the three. You love to see it. Makes off to a good start. Michael Porter Jr. stops, turns, kicks it out. They swing it around. A pull-up three for Terrence Mann straight away off the back rim. Can't get it to go. Bridges with the rebound, and we're pushing it the other way. It's a 5-0 to start. Bridges is going to put his head down, attack, leaves it off. Anunoby right corner three, no hesitation. Oh, and you just had a feeling it was going to go in. You just had a feeling we were going to get off to a good start, and here we are. Also, I don't like that this is flipped. This should be the other way. Why are all my scoreboards messed up lately? They get over to Michael Porter Jr. off the screen, puts up the three, and he breaks the seal for the Brooklyn Nets, knocking it down. It's 8-3 to start. Brunson bringing it down. He has it up top, being guarded by Mann. Mann, a pretty solid defender. But now Igor Demon switched on to Brunson. That's not a good matchup for the Nets. Whole lot of not a good matchups for the Nets going around here tonight. Bridges swings it over to Anunoby. Jab step, driving it down. Anunoby in the lane. Kicks it out to Towns. Towns in the left corner. Attacking along the baseline. Goes up. Gets the easy layup as he blew right past Noah Clowney. Gets the easy layup. 8-10 to start. We're going to get a Brooklyn Nets timeout. Mark said, loving the assertive cat. Absolutely, Mark. Absolutely. Fantastic assertiveness from Karl-Anthony Towns. It comes up wincing a little bit. Let me take a look at the replay. He got the layup to go. Walking back to the bench wincing a little bit. Maybe because he got like elbowed or hit a little bit or something on the way down. He seemed fine. Didn't seem like there was a limp to him or anything. Brittany Kelly said, I took Cat for the standard 10-plus rebounds, and you should be rewarded tonight, Brittany. You should be rewarded tonight. There's going to be a whole lot of misses going on for the Brooklyn Nets, so there should be a whole lot of rebounds going around for Karl-Anthony Towns. Did he have one yet? He does have one rebound already up on the board, so should be rewarded with that. David Hodge Jr. said, the Cat we like to see. Ian Begley did say in a report earlier this week, Shake Lugo, what's up, Shake? Happy to see you again, my man. Ian Begley did say earlier this week that because we don't see Karl-Anthony Towns' name on the injury report anymore, whether he's questionable with the quad injury or anything like that, he said it's safe to assume that he's likely mostly healed from that, as healed as he probably could be. So he's not appearing on the injury list before the game anymore, whether he's questionable, probable, doubtful, whatever. He's just healthy enough to play. They're not going to put him on the list anymore, probably because the quad isn't bothering him as much as it was before. So, Justice Dad said 43s by halftime. I know there's a lot of Knicks fans who would not like 43s by halftime, I'll tell you that. Shake Lucas said we needed the rest. It was nice to get the rest. I don't know if they needed it, but it was definitely nice to get it. It was definitely nice to get it. Let me take a look real quick at my... Oh, here we go. Hold on. Get rid of that. Pull this up. Let me take a look real quick at the facts. I don't like the way my scorebug is. We are the Knicks at the Nets. Or the Knicks versus the Nets. Okay. I was just using the wrong one. Oh, wait. That's okay. Okay. Cool. So I could just do this, and I'll fix it. Don't need to make a new one. I could just fix it. Boom. Boom. The Knicks should be at the bottom because they are the home team. So if I go all the way down here, versus the Nets, there we go. Boom. There we go. We're flipped. I do have it correct. I just clicked the wrong one. So the Knicks have 10, and the Nets have 3. So let's do that. Let's do that. Let's do that. And then let's do that. Let's do this. Karen said, liking the scoreboard on the side, Sheffy. Yeah, you guys were correct with my big head being in the way, but it was a really simple fix, and I should have noticed that and fixed it much earlier. But I'm happy with where we have it right now. Here we go. We're checking back in. Now we can get this out. Nick Yak, what's up, Yak? Cat might not play long enough to blow out. To foul out tonight, yeah. They swing it over to Igor Demon off the timeout. He can't get the 3 to go, and the Knicks are bringing it down the other way. Bridges over to Towns. Towns up top, coming to his left. Gets it over to Anunoby in the corner. Anunoby going along the baseline, kicks it out to Bridges, over to Brunson. Brunson in the right corner. Jab step, sets his feet, puts up the 3, can't get it to go. Robinson grabs the offensive rebound over Claxton, gets the easy layup to go. Mitchell Robinson still dominating the glass. Knicks up by 9 nice and early. You love to see it. You love to see a 9-point lead early in the game. Demon has it up top, crosses over to his left off the Claxton screen, tries to hit the bounce pass to Claxton, but pass was way too low, and it's kicked out of bounds by Claxton, so the ball's going to go back to the Knicks here. Too easy. Too easy. Landry Shamet at the scorer's table. What's up, Landry? First guy off the bench tonight, Landry Shamet. AP said Milwaukee lost today, so that's good for us. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. We will go over tonight's box scores and whatever games are going on here tonight. Bridges driving it down over to Towns in the corner. Catches, pump fake, going along the baseline. Euro steps down the lane, puts up the layup. Can't get it to go. Fight for his own rebound. Got his own offensive rebound. Gets blocked. Fight for it again. Loose ball out of bounds. Going to the Brooklyn. But we will go around the league to see what's going on with some of the other games going on tonight. And then we will also check out last night's box scores. K. Hazy, Mitch is such a beast. He's so good. My favorite player on the team. Will never not be my favorite player on the team. Claxton has it up top. Hands it off to Porter Jr. Coming to his left of the screen, driving against Towns, goes up, gets the layup to go. Good drive and finish from Michael Porter Jr. there. 12-5, 8:20 to go. A little less than 8. They get it over to Towns. Towns driving it down, Euro steps down the lane, puts up the floater, hit the front of the rim. We got a nice friendly bounce. Good move from Karl-Anthony Towns. Not to force it, not to barrel into the offense to pick up an offensive foul. Cross-court pass to Terrence Mann. Mann out of the right wing. Hands it off to Clowney. Clowney's going to try another three. Missed one earlier. Misses that one way badly. The side of the backboard. Didn't even touch rim. But the Nets grab the awkward offensive rebound over to Michael Porter Jr. Can't get the mid-range jumper to go. But Nick Claxton cleans it up with a two-handed follow jam. 14-7 here. Landry Shamet has it up top, being guarded by Clowney. They get it over to Towns. Shamet is in for Mitchell Robinson, by the way. Towns has it up top. Looking for somebody to get it to. Now hands it off to Brunson. Brunson coming to his left off the Town screen. They show two. And Brunson almost throws it away. Does throw it away. Anunoby did a really good job trying to save it, but his toes were on the out-of-bounds line. And that is the issue of having a smaller point guard as your best passer on the team. There's just some passes he can't make, right? And two big, long defenders came closing in on Jalen Brunson. He had to throw awkward hook pass over the top of both of them. Flies out of bounds. Anunoby can't save it. Terrence Mann gets it over to Claxton. Hits Michael Porter Jr. coming back door. Turns around, throws up the righty hook. Got it to go. That's another issue of having a guy like Landry Shamet. He's only about 6'5", coming off the bench for you. He has no chance of contesting 6'10" Michael Porter Jr. down there in the paint. Brunson has it up top, being guarded by Porter Jr. Brunson's going to dance with it. Quick crossover to his left, driving it down. Porter Jr. runs right into him. Brunson gets the easy lefty and one layup. I'm expecting the Knicks to blow this one out. We're already almost approaching the first half of this first quarter with 6:48 exactly to go right now. But Brunson just knows once I blow past Michael Porter Jr., then my man no longer has brakes on him. So if I blow past him, Michael Porter Jr. is going to run right into me. So all I have to do is slow up just a little bit, let him run into me, and I get the easy layup and the and one call. Christopher Kahn, what's up, Chris? Noah Linden, what's up, no? MPJ can't guard anyone, so it's okay. Pretty true. Pretty true. Lewis, what's up, Lewis? We got this? Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Brunson knocks down his and one. Mark said, just need to guard Michael Porter Jr.? Yes, they do. That's it. Really the only guy with who's a threat on the ball, who's a threat to score, averaging about 22 points per game so far as he drives it down an Anunoby off a screen, knocks down a little floater in the lane. Michael Porter Jr., I think, is very happy right now being the go-to scorer. He's already got his ring. Towns pump fakes from three, drives it down, kicks it out to Bridges, wide open right corner three. Another one. Beautiful driving kick from Karl-Anthony Towns, by the way. We talked about this last year, Karl-Anthony Towns. When he drove, you knew he was going to shoot that layup. This season, when you drive, he's looking for the open man if he can't get all the way to the basket, which is a really nice development for him. Brunson has switched on to Michael Porter Jr. They're showing help. They kick it out to Demon. Demon has it up top, pulls it out, coming to his right. They get it back to Michael Porter Jr. Again, he's got Brunson on him. He's just going to rise and shoot over him. Comes up well short. Good defense from Brunson. Also did a pretty good job of not fouling him with a landing spot violation. Anunoby has it on the left wing, being guarded by Terrence Mann. Over to Towns. Towns catches, pump fakes, hands it off to Brunson. Brunson curling to his right. They show two. Now they leave. Claxton one-on-one against Brunson. He's going to look to dance. Step back, pump fake, steps through. Cross-court pass. Shamet left corner. Gets caught in the air. Kicks it off to Anunoby. Last second. Left wing three. He's open. Off the back rim. Can't get it to go. Good box out and rebound from Noah Clowney to keep it away from Towns. And here comes Demon. Demon hit ahead in the corner to Mann. Mann's going to look to attack. Shovel it over to Claxton, who beat the Knicks down the court as they did not match up properly to Nick Claxton. He gets an easy dunk out of it. And it's 20-13 with just under 6 minutes to go here. 5:30 exactly here in the first quarter. A little bit of a back and forth affair. It's only a 7-point game, but as the game goes on, the Knicks will continue to do their thing, and the Nets will eventually fall off. With how this game is going so far, I got zero worries. Zero. Shake Lucas said, we'll smoke Utah. What's going on with Utah? Christopher Kahn said, getting a little off topic, but I'm a Utah fan, right? When we faced the Knicks on my birthday, December 5th, it sucks, Chris, that Walker Kessler got hurt for the year because he started off the year pretty well. I was really excited about Walker Kessler. I've always been a Kessler fan. And your season may get derailed by that, but we'll see how it plays out. I'm rooting for the Jazz a little bit, just because. Actually, I'm lying. I'm not rooting for the Jazz at all. Not rooting for their success at all. Not at all. You can't tank this many years in a row and think the basketball gods will reward you. Judge Detson Porter flopped over JB. CSE said Nets ain't falling off. Second half Nets, it's been the exact opposite, CSE. They have not been the second half Nets whatsoever. They have been let go of the rope Nets so far this year. Doug Fresh said at least 30 points a quarter. That should get you to 120 points, obviously. 30 times 4, 120. But Judge Dad said Brown takes good early timeouts. He does. You know, I will also give credit to Tom Thibodeau. Tom Thibodeau, I thought, always took pretty excellent timeouts for the most part. But the Knicks are, I believe, up to 5th in offensive efficiency this year around the league. Mafia Production said Warriors will give you a free win, don't worry. Warriors are pretty good. Warriors are pretty good this year. Let me get the number for you, the official number. Knicks, am I in all caps? Offensive rating 2025. Noah Linden said, the Nets have unlocked MPJ as they wanted to, but they couldn't have thought that was enough. I suspect he's a tank commander. Oh, for sure. For sure. Is Stat Muse? I don't want Stat Muse. I'll use Basketball Reference. That's fine, right? For offensive rating. So far this year, or is this last year? I think this is last year. Pretty sure this is last year. Yeah, 24-25. Why is this? Come on. What are we doing? Okay, Team Advanced Stats. That's what I want. NBA.com. Thank you. We're getting back to the game here. Offensive rating, 76ers are number 1. The Knicks are number 4. Defensive rating, the Knicks are not in the top 10. Net rating, the Knicks are number 6. So they are the 4th best offense in the league right now. Just thought I'd bring that up. You could see it. Oh, you could see it. You see it right there. Here we go. Josh Hart has subbed in, so we're out there with Brunson, Hart, Shamet, Bridges, and Towns. Brunson coming to his right. Stop, turn, step through, kicks it out to Josh Hart. Extra pass to Shamet. The left corner 3 lane to Shamet. Get me to go down these corner 3s, baby. I tried to tell y'all, don't worry about the 3-point shooting. It'll come around. And here we are, fully caught up. Everybody knocking down shots now. Michael Porter Jr. has it up top, being guarded by Shamet. They get it over to Clowney. Clowney up top being guarded by Towns. They got nowhere to go. Good ball done out from the Knicks all around. Claxton still standing with it. Now they get it over to Clowney. Clowney coming to his left, attacking Shamet. Now spinning to his right down the lane. Scoop play with the right hand. Got it to go. Shamet guarding Clowney is not a good matchup. Clowney's about 6'10". Shamet's about 6'4", 6'5". So 23-25. The Knicks did hold a 10-point lead at one point. So they have already accomplished their 10-point lead here in the first quarter. Brunson fakes the handoff. MPJ switched onto him. Brunson driving it down. Step back. Pump fake. Leans in. No look pass to Josh Hart. Throws it out of bounds. Come on, JB. Forgot to restart the timer. 4:30 to go here. Fenta Zen. What's up, Fenta? Shake Luga. Fenta Zen said Nets suck. That's unfortunate for you, brother. Rooting for the Knicks is incredibly fun. I'll tell you that. Noel Mandat. What's up, Noel? Shout out to the Philippines from Noel Mandat. What's up, Noel? Hip Hop said Brunson gets into trouble when he jumps to pass the ball. Cardinal sin. Everybody, for the most part, gets into trouble when you jump to pass the ball. It is a cardinal sin of basketball. Day'Ron Sharpe has subbed in for the Nets. A pull-up 3 from Michael Porter Jr. They call a foul, Mikal Bridges. So 3 free throws for Michael Porter Jr. Not a good foul from Mikal. He's chasing him around the screen. Porter Jr. felt the contact, rose up to shoot it, drew the foul. Going to go to the foul line for 3 free throws, unless they call it on the floor. I think they're going to call it on the floor. Looking at the replay there, it is side out of bounds. They get it over to Michael Porter Jr. Off the screen, same action, puts up the 3, can't get it to go, but Day'Ron Sharpe with the offensive rebound and gets fouled by Josh Hart. Talked about Day'Ron Sharpe as one of the better offensive rebounders in the league, especially at the backup big man position. But there he is, taking advantage of good positioning over Karl-Anthony Towns. Grab the offensive rebound. Good job from Josh Hart to foul him. Don't give him the easy layup. Send him to the foul line. Hattie, what's up, Hattie? Corey Thornton, what's up, Corey? New York Knicks, 25-26 season. Yes, sir. We're going all the way. All the way. It's the year. Got to cover every single game. It's the year. Day'Ron Sharpe at the foul line and knocks down the first one. Christopher Baskerville, what's up, Chris? I got MPJ for 10 points. Brother, 10? He's averaging 22. You could have gotten a better number on that. He's already sitting with 9 here in the first quarter. 3:10 to go, or 4 minutes to go. Day'Ron Sharpe knocked down both free throws. 23-17, a 6-point game. Nets doing a good job of hanging around so far. Brunson coming to his right, snaking it back to his left off the town screen. Stops in the paint. Gets caught in the air again. Knocked out of bounds. Going to stay with the Knicks. Brunson telling Bridges, like, get to that open spot, brother. I got nobody to pass it to. Brunson having a helter-skelter game so far, getting into the lane. But more so looking to be a facilitator. Like we talked about in the pregame, he's looking more to be a facilitator right now as his teammates are starting to get it going. They get it into Shamet, quickly back to Bridges, now back to Shamet, and now they're going to get it out of the corner up top to Brunson. He's going to settle for a deeper three than usual, but he rattles it in because he's Jalen Brunson. Great shot from JB. We're back up by 9. Back up by 9. I want the double-digit lead here. They get it over to Michael Porter Jr. up top. A 3. From Tyrese Martin, I believe it is. Day'Ron Sharpe with the offensive rebound, and he lays it up and in. Again, Day'Ron Sharpe, offensive rebound and layup. Landry Shamet all the way to the rim, tried to get the lefty layup to go. Noah Clowney said, nope, get that out of here, blocks it, and now the Nets are quickly pushing the other way. Clowney hits Zaire Williams kind of along the baseline. He gets an easy two-handed slam out of it. And that's a quick 4-point swing right there. It's back to 5. Brunson bringing it down. McBride, Robinson, and Anunoby are at the scores table. They swing it over to a wide-open Bridges in the left corner. How'd you let him get wide open and he knocks down a 3? This Nets defense has been horrendous so far. The defense from the Nets has been horrendous so far. Tyrese Martin bringing it down. He has it up top being guarded by Bridges. They get it over to Sharpe. Day'Ron Sharpe being guarded by Towns. Sharpe driving it down against him. Stops, turns, pivots, kicks it out to Martin. Up top to Clowney. Clowney's going to look to attack. Shamet runs right over him, and they call a blocking foul on Shamet. That's an offensive foul to me, but they get Shamet with the blocking foul. It's going to send Clowney to the foul line for 2 free throws. I think Clowney lowered the shoulder a little bit and had the extension on the arm. Yeah, that's a charge to me. I don't know how that could be a blocking foul. Shamet sliding his feet, beat him to the spot. Clowney was putting his head down trying to get to the rim. I think that's good defense from Shamet. If I'm Mike Brown, I might use my challenge right there. That's a good, y'all need to take a look at this because y'all not going to mess up the game here today. AP said it's not going to be a blowout like everyone thinks, but we talked about the possibility of it being close for sure. But similar to the Wizards game, expect this to be close for the first half and then for the Knicks to kind of blow it open in the second half. The Nets have been close with a couple of teams that they shouldn't have close games with. Bridges, Shamet, and Towns back to the bench. Mark said he didn't challenge. He did not challenge. I think he should have, though. Clowney didn't miss the first free throw. 2:30 to go here. He's got one more coming. Knicks still up by 8. He does knock down the second free throw, knocking it to a 7-point game, 29-22. 2:30 here remaining in the first. Brunson bringing it down against Zaire Williams. Brunson on the left wing, driving it down, and they call a foul on Zaire Williams. Too much reaching. Don't reach on my man JB. You're not going to pick his pocket. That handle was too nice. George Jordan, what's up, George? Big Rud said, Nets remind me a bit of my Bulls. They can score, but they have bad defense. I think that is really disrespectful to your Bulls, Big Rud. I think the Bulls are solid. I think the Bulls are a lot more solid than I was giving them credit for as well. They get it in the McBride, back to Brunson. Brunson being guarded by Drake Powell, another rookie. And another foul, this time Day'Ron Sharpe jutting out, trying to guard Brunson. Fouls him by the half-court line. No need to do that. No need to do that. George Jordan said, keep up the good work. Appreciate you, George. Appreciate you, George. We just out here having a fun time. We're just watching basketball together, having a fun time. Speed Demon, what's up, Speed Demon? Hit that like button. I appreciate you, Speed Demon. Reminding people to hit the thumbs up button. If you're enjoying the stream, go ahead, hit the thumbs up button and like the stream. Very much helps support. It very much helps support the stream. It helps spread it out to more people, so more people can see it. We get more people in the chat, more people to talk to. Always incredibly fun. All the new people in the chat, welcome. If you're having a good time, go ahead, hit that thumbs up button. Like, subscribe. We do every single Knicks game of every single season. We've been doing it for the last couple of years now. We also cover other basketball teams. Brunson knocked down both free throws. Thank you for knocking down your free throws, JB. When the Knicks aren't playing, we'll watch another game. Like tomorrow, the Knicks are not playing, so we'll sit down, we'll pick another game to watch tomorrow. But when the Knicks are back, we're always back to watching the Knicks. Drake Powell driving it to his left, middle of the lane, low fall away, mid-range jumper over Josh Hart. Can't get it to go. Robinson, good job boxing out. Day'Ron Sharpe there, grabs the rebound. Here comes Brunson pushing it the other way. JB has it up top, being guarded by the rookie Traore. They get over to Anunoby. Anunoby back to Brunson. Brunson up top. Calling for another screen. Now back to Anunoby. Down the lane, kicks it out. McBride, a corner, open three, wide open, can't get it to go. Josh Hartstein for the offensive rebound, kicks it out to McBride. He's going to pump fake, drive it down, along the baseline, over to Brunson. No hesitation, three over Drake Powell, got it to go, and the foul, baby! And the foul? Come on, JB, don't do them like that, JB. They're just trying. They're just trying, JB. They're just a young team. They're out there just trying to play basketball. You don't got to do it to you don't have to do it to them like that. It's dirty, my brother. That's dirty. They're young. They're young. They're just trying to learn how to play some basketball, and you just got to hoop on them like that? Out of the corner, falling out of bounds, getting fouled by the rookie Drake Powell? You don't got to do that, JB. Now knock down your free throw. Knock down your free throw. Knicks up by 12. This is what I want. I want a double-digit lead at the end of the first quarter, and we can continue to build on that. Brunson does knock down his and one free throw. You love to see it. 35-22. 1:45 to go here in the first quarter. Tyrese Martin has it up top, coming to his right off the sharp screen. Kicks it over to Zaire Williams out of the corner, and it'll be good closeout. Back to Martin. He's going to put up the three over Josh Hart. They're going to dare him to shoot. He's going to oblige. He's going to miss it. Mitchell Robinson says, get out of here, Jalen Brunson, and he snags the rebound over him. Now Jalen Brunson will bring it down. Tries to shovel it over to Robinson. He wasn't ready for it. He thought he was just going to get the screen. They kick it over in transition, a pull-up three for the Nets. Can't get it to go. Sharp with the offensive rebound. Ball is loose as it was knocked away. A lot of slipping and falling from players all around. Martin driving it down against McBride. Can't get the layup to go. Fight for the rebound. Martin picked it up. They kick it back out to Powell. Powell back to Martin. Right corner three. Wide open. Can't get it to go. Josh Hart rips away the rebound. Robinson now got a little light jog to him. He looks a little tired. Conditioning may not be all the way there for Mitchell Robinson. Anunoby driving it down. Throws up the hook. Can't get it to go, but that's because he was fouled on the floor by Drake Powell. Letting them play physically. They're letting them play physically for sure. Just as Dad said, how we still feel about Deuce's big hair? You know, I used to be a fan of the big hair and not a fan of when he would tie it down. I think I prefer the other hairstyles though. Anunoby knocked down one free throw. He split the free throws. Come on, OG. The Knicks are in the bonus for the final minute here. You got to get both free throws, OG. Knicks up by 14 here. The Nets bringing it down. Jalen Wilson has it on the right wing, coming to his left. Driving it down against Josh Hart. Gets into the lane, kicks it out to Powell. Powell against McBride. Good defense from Deuce. Causes the turnover. Hit head to Anunoby. An easy breakaway, two-handed slam. It's going to be one of those nights. 38-point quarter for the New York Knicks. On the verge of another 40-point quarter here. Jalen Wilson attacking to his right against Josh Hart, goes up. Mitchell Robinson came over for the help. Great defense from Josh Hart. Great defense from Mitchell Robinson. Josh Hart pushing the other way. Gets to Anunoby down low. Stop. Pulls up. Bully ball. Gets fouled. He's going to the foul line. Give us the 40 points first quarter. Give us a 40-point first quarter, OG. My goodness. The defense leading the offense. It's one of those nights, y'all. It's one of those nights. I told y'all it might not be a good game if you're a Nets fan. It might not be a good game if you're a basketball fan. But if you're a Knicks fan, this is an incredibly entertaining night. An incredibly entertaining night. Corey Thornton, absolutely. New York Knicks to the moon. To the moon and back. Anunoby does knock down the first free throw. Mark said, foot on the neck. See the difference in philosophies? Hold on. We'll talk about this at the end of the quarter. Anunoby knocked down both of them. We got a 40-point first quarter, y'all. Another 40-point first quarter. Ooh. Jalen Wilson has it up top. He's going to hold it for the final shot of the quarter. About 10 seconds to go now. Shot clock and game clock are pretty close. This should be the final shot of the quarter. Knicks got to play good defense. And defensive 3 seconds on the Knicks. We're going to give a free point to the Nets here. 5.5 on the clock as well. AP said, keep an eye on 76ers Pistons. That should have implications for us in the standings today. We'll keep an eye on it, AP, but I think it's a little too early in the season to really care too much about the standings, but we'll keep an eye on it, of course. We want to get as high in the standings as possible, and the 76ers and the Pistons are standing in our ways, particularly the Pistons. So that should be a good game. They do miss the free throw. We love when our opponents miss free throws every single time. They get over to Michael Porter Jr., puts up the three over Mitchell Robinson, well contested off the back rim. Long rebound, Wilson has it, goes up. Gets it off at the buzzer, can't get it to go down, and that will be the end of the first quarter. So they had 3 opportunities there, including 1 free throw, to put points on the board, and the Brooklyn Nets weren't even capable of doing that. A 40-22 first quarter. Oh, the Knicks put up another 40 ball in a quarter. My goodness. How many times have they done that already this season? Incredible. Incredible. Mark said AP jinxed his prediction as always. Thanks, buddy. We love you. Everything AP says, the opposite tends to happen, right? So I need AP to stay negative. I need him to stay negative because every time you're extra negative, AP, the team just proves you wrong. And I love you for it, my man. I love you for it. You're doing your part in helping the Knicks win basketball games. Justice's dad said everyone was in the positive. He said I lied. Shame it is -2. We can look at the box scores real quick. Normally we wait until halftime. We allow some of the stats to accumulate. Yo, I like shoes. What's up, I like shoes? Appreciate you, brother. Normally we like to allow some of the stats to accumulate. We don't check it before we get to halftime. But look at the distribution. Look at the distribution from everybody involved right now. My goodness. 8 points for Anunoby, 6 points for Towns, 2 points for Mitchell Robinson. Jeez Louise, excuse me. 2 points for Mitchell Robinson, 9 points for Mikal Bridges, 12 points for Jalen Brunson. Everybody's getting in on the action. All 5 starters have already scored in that first quarter. AP said, okay, I'm going to be negative. We're not going to win the championship this year. There we go, baby. It's locked in. It's locked in. The basketball gods have spoken. They're going to take all of AP's negative energy and apply it to the Knicks organization in a positive way. Just that's 3 turnovers, refreshing too. Yeah, look, man, with all the extra passing and the faster pace from last year, with how much faster the Knicks are getting into their offense and all of the things, and like I said, the extra passing and all of that, with all that being taken into account, the Knicks are still maintaining or doing a really good job of not turning the ball over a ton and also not fouling a ton. The defense is still there. The rebounding is still there. And yet they're still able to put up a fantastic improvement on their pace overall. Yak said Bridges is shooting over 70% from corner threes to start the year. It really helps. That's a great stat, Yak. It really helps when they get, from our wings, from OG Anunoby and Mikal Bridges, when we get wide open corner threes for those guys. Wide open corner threes. It helps. The 6th 40-point quarter for the Knicks so far this year, Mike Breen just said. Here we go. We're back into it. Drake Powell has it up top, the rookie. Coming to his right off a Day'Ron Sharp screen. Kicks it over to Zaire Williams, a right wing 3, no hesitation, and he gets it to go down. Clarkson bringing it down against Jalen Wilson. He has it up top. Clarkson's first minutes of the night. Clarkson coming to his right, pulls it back. Now coming to his left, has it up top now. Dancing with it. No pass so far. Clarkson's going to look to attack. Don't like these possessions in the lane. Throws up the righty floater. Got it to go over Day'Ron Sharp. Don't like the no pass possessions, but if they end with a bucket, I'll excuse it. Jay Hammer, what's up, Jay Hammer? They get it over to Tyrese Martin. Driving it down, kicks it in the corner to Zaire Williams. Good closeout from Mikal Bridges. He tries to hit him with the swing through. He does get him with the swing through, and it's a foul on Mikal Bridges. Shake Lucas said, don't be a ball hog. You're bound to get a couple of those from him as the season goes on, but for the most part, I think he's been pretty good at not doing that so far this year. Day'Ron Sharp has it up top. Hands it off to Martin. Martin driving it down against Shamit, excuse me. Now they get it over to Zaire Williams in the corner. Up top to Powell, being guarded by Bridges. A dribble pull-up 3 for Drake Powell, and he got it to go down just as the shot clock was expiring. A little bit of a heave. I mean, he dribbled up and shot it. Mikal Bridges was right there, but had to get it off at the shot clock expiring. Deuce McBride. Jeez Louise, I'm stumbling all over these guys. McBride over to Shamit, up top to Clarkson. Clarkson being guarded by Williams. Clarkson coming to his right off the town screen. I got to lock in. Driving it down to his right. Stops, turns, spins. Now coming to his left in the middle of the lane. Pump fake, steps through, puts up the righty hook. Again, same move, same result. Back-to-back buckets for Jordan Clarkson. Get me into the middle of the lane. I'm going to knock down that righty floater time and time again. Martin up top being guarded by Bridges. To get it over to Zaire Williams being guarded by Clarkson. Zaire Williams coming to his right, off a sharp screen. Gets it over to Martin. Martin attacking along the baseline. Gets caught in the air. Tries to kick it out. Over to Powell. And it was out of bounds It looked like maybe the Knicks touched it, but Drake Powell tried to save it. He knocked it out of the air. Thought he got it on the court so he could take a corner three. Turns out the ball was out of bounds. Ball going back to the Knicks. Unfortunate for the Brooklyn Nets on that possession. It's 44-28. It's a 16-point lead for the New York Knicks. McBride bringing it down. He had coming to his left off a town screen. Tried to do the double behind the back. I thought they were going to call a foul. No. It's out of bounds on Deuce McBride. Trying to get a little too fancy with that ball handle. Ball going back to the Nets. Doing a little too much there for Deuce McBride. Nets bringing it down now. Under 10 minutes to go. Martin has it up top, being guarded by Bridges. They get it over to Day'Ron Sharpe. Sharpe up top. Good ball denial from the Knicks. Still good ball denial. Sharpe's going to drive down against Towns. Gets the and one floater to go over Karl-Anthony Towns. Towns not having a good defensive night at all, especially against Day'Ron Sharpe. Especially against Day'Ron Sharpe right now. Jay Hammer said, paid to score. Clark, shoot it. True. That is what he is here on the team to do, for sure. Hip Hop said the Knicks are going to send the Nets back to New Jersey if they keep going like this. The Nets should go back to Jersey. Just got to get a new arena in Jersey. Day'Ron Sharpe knocks down his and one free throw. Back down to 13. McBride, quick hit ahead to Shamet. Shamet being the Nets down the court. Can't get the reverse layup to go. He's looking for a foul. He does get the foul, I was going to say, because the Nets kept playing. They do get the foul. Could not hear the whistle with how loud the crowd is right now. But Shamet is going to go to the foul line for 2 free throws here. That's a Deuce wants an A-. Deuce's defense has been very solid. His offense, he had the one bad turnover. Hasn't taken a shot yet. We know Deuce McBride is capable of. We'll get him. Mark said Barclay should just be New York Liberties. I don't know why when they changed their color scheme, they went with the extremely boring black and white. Like they had a perfectly good with the blue and red, perfectly good color scheme. As you can tell, I'm a fan of the blue and red. That's my chain of colors. They get over to Day'Ron Sharpe. Shamet did knock down both free throws. All the way to the basket for the rookie Drake Powell. He got the layup to go even out over the outstretched hands of Karl-Anthony Towns on the contest there. Good contest. Better finish from Powell. Bridges now has it in the post. Coming to his left off a Town screen. Driving it down. Stops. Turns. Spins. Got nowhere to go. Throws it over the top to Towns. He's got good positioning. Goes up. Gets the layup and one for Karl-Anthony Towns. He's going to go to the foul line for one more. It's nice and easy. Just throw it over the top to the big man. Throw it over the top to the big man and one. Nice and easy. Bridges talking to his teammates right now. I like it. We didn't have good offensive flow there. Towns was just like, let me be a star right now. Let me get good positioning under the basket, catch it, and finish. But overall, that wasn't good offensive process. Against a better defensive team, Bridges would have had nowhere to go. Mark said, why'd they get kicked out of MSG? The Liberty? James Dolan sold the Liberty. So they're not affiliated with the Knicks anymore. They're affiliated with the Nets, which is why they play in Barclays. He sold the Liberty to Joe Tsai. So they play in Barclays now. They no longer play in the Garden, which is unfortunate, obviously. Day'Ron Sharpe has it up top after Towns knocked down his and one free throw. Hands it off to Powell. Powell coming to his left off the screen. Up top to Martin. Martin spots it for 3 over Bridges. Splashes it at the net. Pretty deep, too. Good job from him. Back to 13. They got the 3 points right back. McBride gets it over to Towns. Fakes the handoff. Driving to his right for Karl-Anthony Towns. Putting his head down. Dribbling it off his own foot. It's a turnover. It's a 1-on-3. And they turn it over. Right back to the Knicks. Now it's a 3. Oh, pull-up 3 for Clarkson. Don't love that shot. Long rebound, though, to Josh Hart. Brings it over to Towns. He's going to pump fake, drive it down all the way. Throws up the hook. Can't get it to go. Grabs it. Leans in. Hook shot. Got that one to go. Towns screaming at the ref looking for an and one. He's not going to get it. Or a foul at some point during that drive. He's not going to get it. Just hoop, Karl Towns. Just hoop. 51-36, the 15-point lead for the Knicks. They hand it off to Jalen Wilson. Now over to Zaire Williams. Zaire gets it over to Drake Powell. Powell on the right wing. Jab step. Swing through to his right. Now coming to his left off the screen. Stops. Kicks it out to Wilson. Pump fakes. Blowing past Clarkson. Down the lane. Josh Hart knocks it away from him. Picks up the steal. Here comes Clarkson bringing it down. Shoves it over to Josh Hart. Righty layup. Got it to go. Nice and easy. Traditional fast break. Point guard coming down the middle of the lane. Josh Hart is the wing filling in the wing. Filling in the side lane. Nice bounce pass down low to Josh Hart. Has to catch it in stride. Go right for the easy finish. Nice and easy. Josh Hart creating the steal and then getting rewarded with it for the 2-point finish on the other end. You'll love to see your defense lead your offense. It's the easiest way to score in the NBA. The easiest way to score in basketball, period. If you can get out and run on the other way and play with pace and play with rhythm, it is far more easier to get a basket than when you have to slow things down in a half court against a setup defense, obviously, right? So I love when our defense leads our offense. For all of the innovation that Mike Brown can implement offensively, the best offense is still always going to be good defense. Always. Hattie said dominating on both ends of the court. Absolutely. Absolutely. Mark said Steve Cohen needs to buy the Jets and bring them back to Queens. It would be nice if the two New York football teams could actually play in New York. It would be nice. Angela Harding said, keep that 17 points and more ahead. Let's go, Knicks. Absolutely, Angela. Absolutely. Just keep pushing it forward. Just keep pushing it forward. Don't stop. Foot on their neck. I think Mark said that earlier. Foot on their neck. Don't stop pushing the lead. Don't get complacent with it. It's only 17. You got to build up a 20-plus point lead in the NBA. 17-point lead. They hit 3 threes in a row, and it's an 8-point game. It's a single-digit game, and they're right back into it, right? And when you got someone like Michael Porter Jr. on the team, they're capable of it. They're capable of it. So foot on the neck. Don't let them back in. Don't let them build any momentum. Michael Porter Jr. is going to sub back into this game now. I can see it right here. He's coming in for Day'Ron Sharpe. Nick Claxton's coming in for Jalen Wilson. Hattie said Hart working the rebounds. He is, as always. I love Josh Hart going back to doing what Josh Hart does best and playing with confidence, right? All the confidence is really helping Josh Hart right now. Hip Hop said, it warms my heart to know that the Nets fans have to suffer. Not that they are suffering, but that they have to suffer through this. It would warm my heart more if they continue to not be rewarded in the draft lottery. Would be great. Would be hilarious to continue to not be rewarded in the draft lottery if you're a Nets fan. To go through all of this misery the way the Knicks were never rewarded in the draft lottery, right? Or maybe they were. You know, they ended up with RJ and he ended up maybe being the best out of the 3 when it was seen as a 2-player draft. All right, here we go. We're back into it. The Knicks come out with Bridges, Hart, Towns, McBride, and Clarkson. As Martin gets it up top to Claxton. Coming to his left. Jordan Clarkson switched on to Claxton. Stops, turns, spins. Throws up a deep lefty hook floater shot. Got it to go. Good move from Claxton to spin along the baseline. Knock down the floater. Spun away from the double team. McBride will bring it down. The Nets come out with Michael Porter Jr., Nick Claxton, Terrence Mann, Igor Demon, and Zaire Williams. There's a foul. Bridges got knocked away by Martin as he was trying to set an off-ball screen. 7:27 to go here. Mijaris? Giancarlo S. What's up, Giancarlo S? Missed the aggressive Clarkson, who scored 18 points per game. Different role, brother. Different role. He's playing well. You don't need him to score 18 points per game on this Knicks team. I don't even know if he's going to be capable of doing that much longer. He's 33 years old. McBride has stepped back. Mid-range jumper, can't get it to go. Good knock away from Igor Demon to keep it away from Bridges. Terrence Mann bringing it down. Crossover to his left. Driving it down. Middle of the lane. Kicks it out the last second to Zaire Williams. Right wing 3. Can't get it to go. Claxton with the offensive rebound. Towns not doing a good job of boxing out and grabbing defensive rebounds tonight. Get it over out to Demon. Demon springs it over to Michael Porter Jr., deep left wing 3, off the back rim, can't get it to go. Good boxes out from everybody at that time. McBride comes in and steals a rebound. Jordan Clarkson driving it down, stops, turns, leaves it off for Towns, goes through the lane, lefty layup, beautiful dish from Jordan Clarkson. No look away, nice shovel pass over to Karl-Anthony Towns, sprinting down the middle of the lane, and that's exactly what I want. I've said all season long, I need, as Michael Porter Jr. fires another 3, knocks that one down out of the left wing. I said all year long, I want to see Jordan Clarkson lean more into his offensive point guard capabilities than his scoring shooting guard capabilities. You need a little bit of both, obviously, but want to see him be more of a point guard than a shooting guard this year. Towns has it. They show a double team. He's going to keep it. Now they get him away. 1-on-1 against Claxton, and they call a 3-second violation on... They call a 3-second violation on the Nets there. So a free point for the Knicks here. So they're going to get a free throw out of it. Hip Hop said Towns doing a great job attacking the rack tonight. He is. He is. I'm sure that leg is feeling significantly better than it was. Sean Collins, what's up, Sean? Appreciate you, brother. How you doing tonight? So Towns is going to be at the foul line for the free point here. Nixon NYC, what's up, Nixon? Jay Hamer said, wait till Jalen Duren. Let's see Towns then. Jalen Duren has been hooping his butt off. Big fan of Jalen Duren, always was. Towns knocks down the free throw. Knicks back up by 15, but it's not a 20-point lead. I want a 20-point lead here. This quarter, the Nets are actually winning this quarter, 21-18. Don't like that. Don't like that at all. McBride hits Bridges, quickly coming down middle of the lane off the inbounds, gets a nice easy layup out of it. Beautiful, beautiful play. Nice assist from McBride, great pass. Igor Demon has it up top, coming to his left to get it over to Clowney. Clowney going along the baseline, stops, turns, spins, back up top to Demon. Demon coming to his right up the Claxton screen, driving it down middle of the lane at the foul line. Turn, fall away jumper over McBride, got it to go. Smooth looking move from Igor Demon there. Bridges over to Towns. Towns going to spot it for a deep straightaway three. Can't get it to go off the front rim. Michael Porter Jr. with the rebound, bringing it down the other way. They get it over to Demon. Igor Demon being guarded by Bridges. Coming to his left off a Claxton screen. Cross-court pass to Terrence Mann. Mann stops, turns, spins, being guarded by Clarkson. Pulling it all the way back out. Terrence Mann gets it over to Clowney. A right wing three for Clowney. Off the back rim, can't get it to go. An offensive rebound for Michael Porter Jr. Puts it up off glass. Can't get it to go. Towns with the rebound there. Here comes Deuce McBride. 15-point lead for the Knicks. How much farther can we extend it? McBride stops, pump fakes, and throws it away. McBride stopped and pump faked. And it was so convincing, Karl-Anthony Towns thought he shot that three. So Towns thought immediately, I got to go attack the offensive glass. So he immediately starts darting towards the basket. McBride just was hitting him with a pump fake and was going to swing it over to Karl-Anthony Towns to run some offense. Towns obviously was jetting towards the basket. McBride throws it to nobody, goes out of bounds, back towards the Nets. Knicks get some substitutions in. Igor Demon is in. The Knicks are out there with now Robinson and Anunoby and Brunson who've subbed in. Towns, McBride, and Bridges to the bench. And Mitchell Robinson fouls Claxton out on the perimeter. 5 minutes to go now here in the second quarter. A very fast-paced game. We're trying to get up out of here early. You could tell. Hattie said, come on, Deuce, you better than this? 2 sloppy turnovers from Deuce, but not the worst thing in the world. Defense was very solid for Deuce McBride so far tonight, as it always is. And a moving screen on the net. So before the ball was even inbounded, we're going to get a moving screen, ball going back to the Knicks here. So the Knicks with the 15-point lead. Let's see how they handle it here. Brunson bringing it down. Gets it over to Clarkson. Clarkson coming to his left, middle of the lane, throws up the floater, got it to go nice and easy. Slipped the Brunson screen, got into the middle of the lane, knocked down the floater. Very simple basketball, very good basketball. Nothing complicated from the Knicks tonight. Again, this Brooklyn Nets defense is very bad. Claxton shoves it over to Demon. Demon swings through to his right, down the lane, scoop layup. Got it to go past Mitchell Robinson, fingertips. Mitchell Robinson mad at himself. Demon, nice move, nice finish at the rim against the shot blocker. Here comes Brunson bringing it down right side of the court. With Brunson and Anunoby and Robinson back in, I expect this lead to now go up by 20. Brunson on the right wing, stops, turns, spins. They show a double team, kicks it over to Josh Hart. Josh Hart up top to Clarkson. They swing it over to Anunoby. Left corner three for OG. No hesitation, knocks it down. If he's shooting an open corner three, you know that's going in. Every single time. Knicks back up by 18 here. 4 minutes to go. Igor Demon has it up top, being guarded by Josh Hart. Coming to his right. Now over to Michael Porter Jr. Anunoby helping off too far. Michael Porter Jr. makes him pay, knocking down the right corner three. Again, those 3 points right back. Too much help for OG Anunoby there. You got to know who you're guarding. And KYP, know your personnel. Brunson has it up top. They show a double team again. Brunson over to Josh Hart. Josh Hart driving to his left on Terrence Mann. Gets stripped by Mann. Loose ball. Clarkson picks it up. Has it in the lane. Surrounded by a couple defenders. Clarkson driving it down in the lane. Throws up the floater. Got it to go. Jordan Clarkson just making something out of nothing multiple times so far here tonight. This is why the Knicks got him. He's very comfortable right now. What is he up to? He's now up to 11 points, Jordan Clarkson. Igor Demon has it on the right wing. Pump fakes. He's got nowhere to go. In the corner, Michael Porter Jr. Anunoby closes out to him. He's going to put up the three anyway. He's going to get it to go down anyway. Oh, my goodness. Like I said, if you get Michael Porter Jr. comfortable out there and he's going to get hot from the perimeter, it's going to be a long night for you. He's going to keep his team in the game. Brunson to the rim, can't get it to go. Mitchell Robinson with the two-handed putback as if that was the play that we drew up, as if that was a lob from Brunson to Robinson. That's how natural that looked for him. A pull-up three for Igor Demon, and he knocks it down. And now the threes are pouring in for the Brooklyn Nets. They're still down by 13 here. Hit ahead to Jordan Clarkson, a left wing three. He's trying to answer, and he answers. Oh, my goodness. A back-and-forth affair. Both teams knocking down threes. Michael Porter Jr. looks like he can't believe it, but it might be the Jordan Clarkson night of all nights so far here tonight. And it is 70-54. I gave 2 points to the wrong side. That's why the score is off there. 70-54. Knicks back up by 16 here. Again, I want a 20-point lead. The Nets have not given that up. They're doing a pretty good job of hanging around, staying close somewhat. But the Knicks are also doing a really good job of answering every punch that the Nets are throwing. Led by Jordan Clarkson, who's got 11 points here. Brunson with 12, Anunoby with 11. Very egalitarian scoring so far. Robinson with 4, Josh Hart with 2. David Osh Jr. said JC's got it going. Yes, he does. Yes, he does. Clarkson is 5 for 6 from the field. The one shot he missed was that dribble pull-up three in transition that I did not like. Nixon NYC said Clarkson buying in. He is. He is. I got to give him props. He's buying into the offense. He knows when to pick his spots. He knows when to pass it back out. Right, he had that nice shovel pass over to Karl-Anthony Towns down the middle of the lane. He's been playing very, very well. This is now the 4th game in a row. Now, this is against a bad Brooklyn Nets team. Let's see him play well against some good teams, but I'm very confident that he will, considering his role on this team so far, right? Oh, 70-56. Thank you. Nusky G585. What's up, Nusky? Got to take the 2 points away from Brooklyn. It's 70-54. K. Hayes, he said 70 before half. Yeah, man. Yeah, they're hooping. They're hooping. They got 2 minutes and 46 seconds to go, and they're sitting on 30 points. The Brooklyn Nets have actually outpaced the Knicks this quarter. They're winning it 32-30, winning it by one basket, but Knicks defense has let them down a little bit here in the second quarter, but the Nets have they knocked down some really tough shots. That Igor Demon pull-up straightaway three was pretty deep. But I'd say that's probably about a 28-footer there. The one corner three from Michael Porter Jr., OG Anunoby was right in his jersey, hanging all over him. He still knocked it down out of the corner. Yeah, said Nets came into the game shooting 34% on threes. They will likely slow down as the game goes on, right? I mean, Michael Porter Jr., he's 4 for 6 from three-point range tonight. Will that continue? We'll see. He's capable of continuing it, but we'll see. Just that said, Clarkson, 11 and 9 minutes. Yeah, man. Yeah. 11 and 9 minutes, he's hooping. Addy said Clarkson and OG thriving in the system. Mikal Bridges, too. Thriving in the system. I mean, Clarkson's really figured it out since, right? He really struggled to start the year, figuring it out now where he fits in the system. I mean, these are smart basketball players. It may take him a little bit because it's an adjustment. Also, Clarkson coming from a losing franchise with the Jazz, but, you know, figuring it out is part of the job. It's not just hooping. It's figuring it out. It's studying. It's doing the work on the outside before you get to the start of the season, right? Got a foul away from the ball. I think it's going to be on Clarkson. 16-point lead for the Knicks. I want a 20-point lead before halftime. Even if they don't go into the half with a 20-point lead, I want them to get up by at least 20 before halftime here. They get it over to Claxton. Claxton over to Mann. Mann gets it down low to Demon. Demon being guarded by Anunoby. That's not a good matchup. They get it over to Zaire Williams. Over to Michael Porter Jr. and right through his fingertips. Can't hold on to it. Out of bounds. It was a good play. It was probably going to get Michael Porter Jr. open there, but out of bounds. He couldn't catch it. Knicks with that 16-point lead. They're still out there with Anunoby, Josh Hart, Jalen Brunson, Mitchell Robinson, and I believe Jordan Clarkson. Brunson bringing it down against Zaire Williams. Brunson has it up top, directing traffic. Gets it over to Anunoby. Anunoby coming to his right, rejecting the Robinson screen. Hits Josh Hart cutting down low. He gets the easy reverse layup, and just beautiful action there. Off-ball movement. Simple baseline cut for Josh Hart. Gets him an easy layup. Igor Demon up top, crossing over to his left. Kicks it out to Terrence Mann. Terrence Mann up top being guarded by Clarkson. Then get it over to Nick Claxton. Claxton, jab step. Coming to his left against Robinson. Leaning in, goes up, hangs in the air. Robinson ends up fouling him. Going to send Claxton to the foul line for 2 free throws. Joe, my man Relic of the Soul. What's up, Joe? Said, oh no, another paltry start. What's up, Knicks fan? What's up, Joe? Mark said, all ball. It looked like he did have all ball. All ball, Mark. Karl Anthony Towns is going to sub in. Mitchell Robinson to the bench. Mikal Bridges is going to sub in. Josh Hart to the bench. Nick Claxton knocked down the first free throw. Chris said, let's go JC, flame on. Absolutely. He's hooping, man. He's hooping. Nick Claxton knocked down both free throws. Back to a 16-point game. Come on, Knicks. I want the 20-point lead before halftime. We got a minute 45 to go. Brunson has it up top. Gets it over to Bridges. Bridges coming to his right off a Town screen. Stops, crosses over to his left, down the lane, kicks it over to Anunoby. Anunoby, a left wing three. He's not hesitating because it's all going down right now. Why hesitate if the three-point shot's just going to go down the way it is? It's him versus Michael Porter Jr., all threes right now. Michael Porter Jr. driving to his left, picks up his handle, kicks it out to Zaire Williams. Zaire Williams over to Claxton. Claxton has it up top. He's going to look to attack Towns now, crosses over, and then Jordan Clarkson reached down low, fouls Claxton. And I think he's going to go to the foul line for 2 free throws. The Nets are in the bonus anyway. So whether it was in the active shooting or not, didn't matter. Nixon said everyone on the court in double digits now. Oh, wow, Bridges, yeah. I was like, well, doesn't Bridges only have like 4 points? No, Bridges has 13. If we look real quick here. Anunoby with 14, Towns with 14, Bridges with 13, Brunson with 12, Clarkson with 11. Everybody in double digits right now. Woof. I still want my 20-point lead, and the Knicks are not giving it to me. Claxton at the foul line for 2 free throws. They're up by 19. Clarkson knocked down both free throws. 75 to 58, a 17-point lead. Brunson driving it down against Zaire Williams, and a foul on Zaire Williams, and he's frustrated. I understand the frustration, man. It's got to be frustrating to play. Mark said refresh your stream. I will absolutely do that. Absolutely. They get it into Towns. Towns hits Brunson, come back door. Brunson in the lane, leaves it off of Bridges, reverse layup. Bridges gets an easy layup out of it. Back up by 19. I want my 20-point lead. Both teams in the bonus now. Under a minute to go. Demon, over the top pass to Claxton. Hits Michael Porter Jr., come back door. And he gets an easy dunk out of it. Nick is getting called sleeping there on that defensive possession. I need either a 3 or a defensive stop in a back-to-back score, Knicks. Come on. Clarkson has it up top being guarded by Zaire Williams to get it over to Anunoby. Anunoby up top being guarded by Michael Porter Jr. Anunoby coming to his left. Loses the handle, picks it back up, shovels it over to Clarkson. He looks up at the shot clock winding down. He's going to dance with his step back deep straightaway 3. Terrible shot off the back rim. He had to get it up with the shot clock expiring. But Anunoby chases down the long offensive rebound. They get it back to Brunson. 25 seconds to go. 9 to go on their shot clock. Brunson's going to lull the defense to sleep. He has it up top. Now they bring a double team. Sidestep right wing, deep 3. Can't get that one to go. Igor Demon with the rebound. The Knicks just kind of chucking up threes at the end there. They're trying to give me that 20-point lead, but the Nets are not giving it to us. Good job from the Nets. Staying steady here. Igor Demon, a deep pull-up straightaway 3. In and out, can't get it to go. Claxton with the offensive rebound. Turns, fires on a fall away. Airballs it. And fight for the rebound out of bounds is going to end the first half there. And we're going to go into halftime with a 17-point lead, which is solid. Not mad at it. Not mad at it. The refs are going to take the look to see if it went out of bounds or anything. I'm going to go ahead and refresh my stream so we can be as caught up as possible. We'll go through the box scores and then we'll go run around the league a little bit. OG Rue, what's up, OG Rue? Appreciate you, brother. Balling like Lance Armstrong. Okay, I get it. I see where you're coming from. Foong Pei, what's up, Foong Pei? Oh, I didn't even notice. Just as that said, Chevy wants his 40 a quarter. Yeah, they had 37 points scored in that quarter. They had 37 points scored in that quarter. I want the 40 points a quarter for sure. For sure. We got over 400 people in the chat, y'all. So if you're enjoying the stream, please go ahead and leave a like. It is by far more than anything else you can do. That and subscribing are the two best ways you can support the stream. I'll never ask you for a super chat. I'll never ask you to become a member of the channel. All I will ask is that you simply support the stream by liking it, spreading the word, and by subscribing. CSC said, wow, what a score. 77-60 is halftime scores. Pretty solid. The refs are still reviewing things. Can we just get to halftime, y'all? Come on. Jay Hamerson, Nets can't compete this season, trading soon for Jokic. So we're going to get 2 free throws for the Brooklyn Nets before halftime. Come on, man. That's the end of the quarter. Let's get up out of here. Judge that said Grizz up 11 on OKC. We've seen the script, though, Justices, that the second half will come, that fourth quarter will come, and they'll rock it right back to the lead and pull that one out. Michael Porter Jr. is going to get the 2 foul shots here. They put 0.5 back on the clock. Porter Jr. knocks down the first one. Got one more coming. Just that's a spoiler that make them both. Very true. Angel A1's Roman generously becomes a member of the channel. Appreciate you, Angel A1's Roman. Gotta add you back to the list, my brother. Thank you. Welcome back, my man. Welcome back. Porter Jr. knocked down the first one. Gonna knock down the second one here. Does knock down the second one. 77-62. They get it into Anunoby. Anunoby's gonna launch it. Doesn't get it off in time anyway. Is nowhere near close to basket. But that will end our first half there. 15-point lead is solid. Not enough, though. Not enough. I want them to explode in the second half for sure, though. Lock in a little bit defensively. The Brooklyn Nets, they put up 40 in that quarter there. I mean, what is this? What is this? What is this? We score 40 and then we allow them to score 40? Come on, Knicks. Can't have that. Can't give up a 40-point quarter to the Brooklyn Nets. They did score 37 in that quarter as well to battle their 40-point. But you could tell, like, not a lot of defense was played in that second quarter. Both teams just going back and forth. We did go over some pretty incredible shots that the Brooklyn Nets made that they probably won't normally make in the second half. But we'll see. We'll see. They are feeling themselves. They are knocking down the perimeter shot so far tonight. But if we go to the box score, let's look at it together. Starting with the Brooklyn Nets, overall as a team, they are 8 for 21 from three-point range. Right? They're shooting 38% from 3 as a team. That's above their season average. They are shooting it extremely well so far. It's obviously held up a lot by Michael Porter Jr. He's got 22 first-half points. Maybe lock that down a little bit. Don't let my man have a 40 ball on you. Whether you win or lose, don't let my man have a 40 ball on you. He's 4 for 6 from 3, shooting it extremely well, even though that the Knicks are still playing pretty solid defense on him. I think he only had 1 or 2 good looks from 3 that he made. He had 1 or 2 that he missed that were pretty good looks, but he had also a handful that were extremely well contested, and he made it anyway. Outside of the perimeter shots, the Knicks are giving up open lanes to him and whatnot. Not great. Not what I want to see. Not what I want to see at all in terms of defense. Kay Hazy said everyone shoots their best against the Knicks. It's the arena. It's a great arena to be a shooter at, Madison Square Garden. Right? Outside of Michael Porter Jr., not a lot going on for the Brooklyn Nets. Clowney has 3 points. He's 1 for 5. Nick Claxton has 10. Shout out to him. He's got 10 points, 3 total rebounds, all of them offensive. Okay. Terrence Mann hasn't scored. Igor Demin has 7. He knocked down a deep pull-up 3. I don't know how much better he's going to play in the second half. Got 2 rebounds, 2 assists. Jalen Wilson, off the bench, didn't score. Zaire Williams gave him 5. Day'Ron Sharpe gave him 7. Tyrese Martin knocked down a 3. Drake Powell gave him 5. I thought he played with good energy too, Drake Powell, but not a lot. Not a lot. I mean, you go over to the Knicks, and everybody's getting buckets. The only guy who didn't score, funnily enough, was Deuce McBride. No Gershon Yabusele either tonight yet again. Like we talked about, he's probably the odd man out here as Mike Brown's going to settle into a 9-man rotation. 14 for Anunoby, 14 for Karl-Anthony Towns, 13 for Mikal Bridges, 12 for Jalen Brunson, 11 for Jordan Clarkson. 5 players in double figures already. Only 4 for Mitchell Robinson with 5 rebounds, 2 offensive. Josh Hart, 4 points, 4 rebounds, an assist, a steal. Landry Shamet, 5 points. He knocked down a 3. McBride did not take a shot, I don't believe. Maybe 2. He took 2 shots. None of them from three-point range. One of them from 3. Took 2 shots. That was it. One more Deuce McBride in the second half, but Jordan Clarkson was playing so well, he got most of the stint in that first half, and that's how it should go. Whoever's playing the best is going to get the most minutes. We're not locked into you play this time to this time, and that's it. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. The way maybe we used to be, the way we were maybe coached before, where it was like whether you're playing well or not, these are your stints in the game, right? I will never forget, I went to a Knicks versus Minnesota Timberwolves game last year at the Garden. And it was a game that the Knicks ended up losing. But Cameron Payne came into the first half and I believe had 14 first half points. And he was fantastic. I believe he hit 3 or 4 threes in that first half. And then we did not see Cameron Payne the entirety of the second half until the game was already out of reach in the fourth quarter because Tom Thibodeau was like, I got to have Jalen Brunson out there. And, you know, if a guy is playing well, maybe you just extend their minutes a little bit to see if they can continue to play well. And that's exactly what Mike Brown did with Jordan Clarkson so far here tonight. He's up to 11 points, 12 minutes off the bench. He got majority of the minutes off the bench, although really very balanced minute distribution here all around. Obviously, Mitchell Robinson, still with the 10 minutes still. They're still watching his minutes so far. Probably going to play less than 20 minutes majority of the first half of the season here. And we'll start to ramp him up a little bit more in the second half as we wind down the season and get closer to the playoffs and whatnot. But don't expect a ton of minutes from Mitchell Robinson early in the year here when he does play. Hip Hop said Nets really thought they were like that for like 2 seasons. Now they got to take their butt kicking. They do. You know, part of talking trash in the NBA is at some point your team is not going to be good, right? At some point your team is not going to be good anymore. There's always an up and a down with a franchise. Look at the Boston Celtics, right? They drafted 2 young studs with Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum, and you thought, well, there's no way they could ever be bad with those 2 guys, right? They'll be competent for a while, and they're not bad this year. They're still pretty competent with no Jason Tatum, but it's like they don't really have a plan this year. They're just going to play solid basketball. They'll end up with a decent pick. They'll get into the playoffs, and they're going to go from there. And then they're going to look to rebuild their team from there. Just that said Tibbs was a mess. He was a little bit of a mess last year for sure. He said lost respect for Tibbs in so many spots last year. I don't know if lost respect is how I would phrase it for me. I think lost confidence. I lost confidence in Tom Thibodeau last year is how I would phrase it for sure. Mark said, DeAndre Hunter breaking Josh Giddey's ankles. Yes, I did see that highlight. DeAndre Hunter just dropped. That's like an old school crossover, too. I mean, he hit him with a left to right crossover, and Giddey, like, tripped over his foot. Literally looked like he broke his ankles and fell to the floor. Like, literally looked like his ankle snapped in half, and he fell to the floor. Incredible. You have to show that clip? All right, I'll find it. You convinced me. My man Bo, you're not going to get me with that last name, my man Bo. Do you think the Knicks are cooking with gas? They are for sure cooking with gas. While I look for that, we can go around the league a little bit as well. Zoom out a little bit. Look at some scores. Boston, Orlando. In a close one. Love to see it. Thunder, Grizzlies. Grizzlies up by 14. Cedric Howard, man. That guy's legit. Scoring 11 points so far. As you can see, top performers. Got 11 points. He's going band for band with the league MVP SGA right now. I will say every time I show a clip, they come get the channel. I will say that. But it's not a big deal. Let's watch it. Let's watch it. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Oh. Oh my. Show it again. Look at him, he's limping. I told you he broke his ankles literally. Uh-huh. Pull it out. Hit him with a ooh, ooh, ooh. Oh my goodness. He literally broke his ankles. He's limping. He's limping. Oh my goodness. OKC 5 for 27 from 3. Hey, look, man. They won a championship. So the next time the Knicks go 5 for 27 from 3 in a game, I will point to the Oklahoma City Thunder and be like, look, man, it happens. Right? I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. Joe said he isolated the bench. We had some dogs. He just refused to let those loose. Screwball shizzle. Yeah, that was my biggest criticism of him with the rotations last year is if you know you have a not great bench, there's no way. They're showing the crossover now. He did legitimately roll his ankle in the crossover. But if you know and we went through this all last year, if you know you don't have a great bench, then you don't play all 4 of your bench players in a 9-man rotation together with none of the starters. Like, there's no reason why one starter has to be with the bench unit. There's no reason why it needs to be a full bench unit. You sneak some in, you pull some out. Like, you combine multiple units of players, starters and bench players, to mitigate the weaknesses of the bench players and accentuate their strengths. And it's something that I think that Mike Brown is doing very, very well so far to start the year. Yak said offensive rebounds by the Nets, keeping them in it. Only 15. They played well so far. They did play well. I'll give the Brooklyn Nets some credit. With all the limitations that they have as a team, they did play well. They did. Hip Hop says the Nets tried to build a team with a quick fix that didn't work. The Knicks have built the team the right way. Now the Nets have to take this punishment. I mean, the Nets went the way that the Knicks had tried to go for multiple years of just trade for the star, trade for the star. If you have to give up everything, trade for the star. And they found out that it doesn't. It's really difficult for it to work, right? It's really difficult when that works. AP reminded people the thumbs up. Appreciate you, AP. If you're watching right now, go ahead, hit the thumbs up button and like the stream. I'd very much appreciate it, y'all. But let's go around the league real quick. Some of the games that have wrapped up. Only one game is wrapped up. The Houston Rockets did beat the Milwaukee Bucks. Excuse me. They did beat the Milwaukee Bucks. 122-115. That will drop the Milwaukee Bucks to 6-4. We can look at the standings. Right? It's too early in the year to really care about the standings, but we can take a look at it and see kind of where teams are standing. Where the standings. Now you see why they call it the standings. Where all the teams are situated right now. You have the Detroit Pistons at the top, at the tippity top all by themselves with only 2 losses on the year. They're sitting at 7-2. Cleveland 7-3 right below them. And then everybody else tied for the most part, except for the New York Knicks. Chicago and Philly tied at 6-3. The Knicks are sitting at 5-3 because they did have like the 3 days off in between. So while everybody else was playing, the Knicks were resting. Just a weird quirk in the schedule there. But after tonight, they should jump to 6-3 to join the Bulls and the 76ers there, tied for the 3rd spot. But at some point, it'll be the Knicks, the Cavs, and the Pistons battling. I did, just in case anybody is wondering, man, the Pistons are really good. They got off to a hot start. They have gotten off to a hot start, and they are really good. But if you look at their schedule, they have a really, really easy schedule first half of the year, and it gets significantly harder in the second half of the year. They are playing Philadelphia here tonight, so we will keep an eye on that game whenever it tips off. It's at 7:30, so it should be tipping off in about 10 more minutes. So we'll keep an eye on that as the game goes on at the end of each quarter. But they play Washington bad. They play Chicago, should be battle. Play Philadelphia again. You know, Philadelphia I don't think is that good. So that's 2 games against a team that they should beat. Play Indiana, who's really bad. They play Atlanta, who's missing a bunch of players and still trying to figure some things out. Then they play Milwaukee, it's a good team. They play Indiana again, it's a bad team. They play Boston, who they should be much better than. They play Orlando, who's still trying to figure things out. They play Miami, who's kind of been up and down with some injuries so far. But This is later in the month, so hopefully they'll figure some things out by then, and this is a much closer game for them. They play Atlanta, who's obviously still trying to figure things out. Milwaukee again. Portland can be, a tough game. Milwaukee again. Dallas is easy. Charlotte is easy. Portland, this time they're at Portland. Do a West Coast road trip here. Portland, Sacramento, Utah, LA, the Lakers. So they'll be, for Christmas, they'll be on the road out there in the West Coast. But then second half of the year after Christmas, Miami, Cleveland, New York, Chicago, the Clippers, Phoenix, not great, but we'll see how their season goes. Indiana, not good. Boston, New Orleans is bad. Houston, good game. So like they've got a pretty easy schedule for the most part to start the year. They don't play the Knicks until after Christmas. So they don't play Cleveland for the most part until after Christmas. So, Detroit's got a pretty easy schedule to start. So as we go, don't be surprised to see Detroit maintain as the number 1 seed in the East for a little bit there. I would expect them to have a little bit worse of a second half of the season than the first half of the season. Lana Mona said it's going to be a dogfight in the East. Yeah, man. For all of the talk about how bad the East is, there's some good teams in the East. Don't sleep on Detroit. Don't sleep on Cleveland. Obviously, I don't think anybody's sleeping on Cleveland. Don't sleep on the Knicks. Those are the 2 teams that are the favorites, but, still. Joe said, you can't tell a bench you don't trust them and yank them when they do go off and expect them to be feeling good about their play, just saying, yeah, I mean, this is all last year's stuff. We no need to harp on it too much. Since it was brought up, I felt the need to talk about it and the difference in the way Mike Brown is coaching this team right now, but I don't need to talk about it. No need to harp on it too much. Milwaukee falls to the 7th seed, by the way, 6-4, tied with Miami for that 6th seed. Orlando's down there at 4-5. Rough start for Orlando. CSE said the Pistons stank. I don't know about that, man. I don't know about that. Here we go. Let's get back because we're about to check back into the second half here. AP said anything could happen in a short series. That's why I don't care about the first seed. I care about the first seed. I'll tell you that. I very much care about the first seed. I want that first seed. I want home court for all of the Eastern Conference series that we're going to go. All of it. All of them. All right, here we go. Back into it. Start of the third quarter. Start my timer. Here we go. The Nets come out with the ball. Claxton has it on the right wing, high post. Good ball denial from the Knicks. They get it over to Michael Porter Jr. coming off the screen. They show 2 over to Demon inside the Claxton. They kick it out to Noah Clowney. They'll live with that guy shooting threes. He's been misfiring all night long. He bricks it off the back rim. Towns with the rebound. Here comes Brunson. Brunson has it up top. Directing traffic. A lot of standing around for the Knicks. Brunson coming to his right off a Robinson screen. Now they get it over to Bridges. Back to Brunson. Brunson being guarded by Porter Jr. Hit at the Bridges. Stampede cut over to Anunoby. Right corner 3. No hesitation. Anunoby still doing his thing. OG Anunoby from 3. 4 for 5 from 3. My goodness. He said anything you can do, I can do better. Michael Porter Jr. going shot for shot with MPJ from the perimeter. They get it over to Terrence Mann. Stop. Step back. Pulls up the 3 over Brunson. Can't get it to go. Long rebound. Anunoby, good box out and rebound over MPJ. Anunoby has it on the left wing. Coming to his right, hands it off to Towns. Towns driving it down against MPJ. Putting his head down, bully ball. Cross-court pass to Brunson. Brunson on the right wing, and no hesitation 3 over Terrence Mann. Can't get it to go. Mitchell Robinson, the offensive rebound, and then gets fouled. Big Mitch. Big Mitchy Mitch. Can't keep him off the glass. So the Knicks will get the ball back here. Get it into Robinson. Hands it back off to Brunson. Brunson coming to his left off the Robinson screen. Over to Bridges. Left corner 3. Has to double clutch it. Good closeout from Igor Demon. Bridges should have hit that pump fake there. Claxton driving it down over to MPJ. Pass fake down the lane against Anunoby. Gets blocked. Oh, no, they call the offensive foul, and MPJ going up elbows high against Anunoby. Great rim protection from OG Anunoby. Michael Porter Jr. got blocked at the basket anyway by Mikal Bridges. Came over on the help. Great defense from the Knicks overall. So Mikal Bridges driving it down against them. PJ Scooblaye with the right hand, can't get it to go. Robinson keeping it alive, still keeping it alive. Anunoby able to grab it, kicks it back out. Bridges wide open, right corner three, line me up, get it right back, and he got it right back, and there's our 20-point lead, y'all. There it is. Start of the fourth quarter. We got it. Took a little bit longer than I wanted. I wanted it by the end of the first half, but we got it to start the second half. Only 2 minutes into the second half here with 10 minutes to go, and we got our 21-point lead here as the Knicks out-hustle the Nets to the ball. Mitchell Robinson keeping it alive, back out to Anunoby. Anunoby drives it down, kicks it out to Bridges, and I love, by the way, I absolutely adore how the wings have been feeding each other all season long to start. Like, offensively, we talk a lot about Karl-Anthony Towns and Jalen Brunson learning to play off of each other, but OG Anunoby and Mikal Bridges just feeding each other out of the corners constantly. When one guy is attacking, the other guy is constantly in the corner trying to space the court out properly in order to get them an open one. Constantly. I love it. I absolutely adore it. I have to blow my nose. 1 second. When the allergies hit, they hit hard, man. Wingstop in full effect, David Haas Jr. Absolutely. Absolutely. B Solo, the jersey in the house. Love my Knicks. This is my new fave channel. Appreciate you, B Solo. Appreciate you. We're live every night, brother. We're live every night hanging out. Mark said, feed the wings. Absolutely. Absolutely. The key to this team, because Jalen Brunson's going to do what he does. Karl-Anthony Towns, for the most part, is going to do what he does. The key for this team is making sure that Mikal Bridges and OG Anunoby, and to a little bit lesser extent, but still included in this, Josh Hart, are able to go off and have their most impactful, have the most impact that they could have on this team. Because when Anunoby's playing well, not even including Bridges and Hart, but when Anunoby's playing well, the ball for the Knicks really started to get rolling, right? Because then you have a legitimate kind of big three. Like, the NBA, for the most part, has gotten away from big threes. But you get a little bit of what the big three was initially theorized to be, or not even theorized, kind of hypothesized to be in the NBA. Of, go ahead, you can work and get defensively game plan, take one guy away. It's difficult, but if you have the right defensive talent, you could even work to take two guys away. But once you start adding in the third guy, like, nobody has three guys to defend three dominant players, especially on offense, right? It's a really difficult thing to do. And if you have Anunoby going, and then you throw in a Mikal Bridges gets it going, and then you throw in a Clarkson off the bench and a Josh Hart off the bench, maybe even Deuce McBride starts knocking down threes, and it's like, how do you guard this team at that point, right? And that's always the mindset of teams building their rosters. You just want as many threats as possible. You don't need every guy averaging 15 points a game and have this beautiful egalitarian offense and you know, every single guy is an all-star candidate. Like, you don't need that, but you need every guy to be a threat, both offensively and defensively if you can help it. Here we go, we're back into it. They get it over to Terrence Mann. Knicks with a 20-point lead. Don't give it back now. Terrence Mann almost turns it over. Igor Demon chases down the loose ball. Now back to Mann along the baseline, pulls it back out. Robinson jets out to him, knocks it loose, and they call a foul on Robinson. Trying to come up with the steal in the guard. My man, Big Mitch. Jay Hammer said, Brooklyn, not a huge challenge today, as it should be. As it should be. Good teams beat down on bad teams. Claxton gets it over to Mann. Terrence Mann hits Michael Porter Jr. cutting back door. Bad pass. The Knicks saw it coming all the way, and then Michael Porter Jr. fouls Karl-Anthony Towns. About 3 Knicks were involved in that steal right there. I don't know who to credit to. Towns ended up with the ball at the end. But Robinson had his hand in there. I think Anunoby had his hand in there, and then Towns was standing there to get his hand in there as well. Like, I don't know who to credit that steal to. Maybe we give a third of a steal to all 3 of those guys. Maybe Towns ends up with it because he was the guy who ended up with the ball in his hands. But and it ends up being a transition take foul. Towns at the foul line for the 1 free throw. He gets it to go, and the Knicks will get the ball back here. Now up by 22. 22, right? 22. Jalen Brunson bringing it down. Brunson up top, being guarded by Terrence Mann. Coming to is right up the Robinson screen. Brunson gets it over to Bridges. Bridges hands back off to Brunson. Brunson up top being guarded by Clowney. Stops, pops. It's just constant. It's just normalized. It's just normalized. The Knicks are now held by 25 points. This game has completely been blown open. I love to see it. 10-0 run here in the first half here. They tried to hit Michael Porter Jr. cutting back door. Bad pass, off his fingertips, out of bounds. Ball going back to the Knicks. Brunson quickly pushing it the other way. Let's get right into an offense. It's an embarrassment of riches right now, Knicks versus the Nets. Brunson up top coming to his right off the screen. Terrence Mann is on him. Brunson dancing with it. Hits Towns cutting back door. Towns in the post. Backing him down, goes up. Can't knock down the floater. Fight for the rebound. Michael Porter Jr. ends up with it. Hit ahead to Igor Demon. Igor Demon hands it off to Michael Porter Jr. Bridges doesn't allow him to get the three-point off. They swing it over to Clowney. Clowney back to Demon. Demon catches, pump fakes, kicks it out to Clowney. Clowney a left wing three. He's been misfiring all night long. Continues to misfire. Robinson with the rebound. Good box out from Bridges on MPJ. Hit ahead to Brunson. Brunson crosses over on Demon. Blows right past him. Shoves it over to Robinson. Big two-handed slam in the middle of the lane. Award the big man for running the court. There you go, JB, my point guard. Award the big man for running the court. 27-point lead for the Knicks with 8:30 to go. Demon coming to his right off a couple of screens. Dancing with it. Pulls it back out. Brunson on him. Now coming to his left. Swings it over to Mann. Mann inside to Claxton and is fouled by Towns on the floor. So side out of bounds for the Nets. Kay Hazy said, feed Mitch. Feed the big man. Reward him for running the court here. Brunson, smooth move on the rookie Igor Demon. Blows right past him with a quick little hesitation. Step back. Quick crossover. Back explode. Back to the left hand. Blows right past him. Draws Clowney over on the help and just shovel it over right to Big Mitch coming down the middle of the lane. Reward the big man for running the court. Then he'll continue to offensive rebound. Then he'll protect the paint for you. Just reward the big man every now and again with a little drop-off pass, little lob pass. Let him take his offensive frustrations out with a big two-handed slam at the basket. Mark said, Lenny seemed like a genuine guy, always smiling. Lenny Wilkins? We talking about Lenny Wilkins, Mark? Mitchell Robinson to the bench. Great minutes for Big Mitch. Bridges also to the bench. Josh Hart and Landry Shamet are in. Towns comes up with a steal on the inbounds. Down the lane, gets fouled. Going to go to the foul line for 2 free throws. We are on our way to a 30-point beatdown. That's exactly what you want to see. A 30-point beatdown is exactly what you want to see. It's nice and easy. It's real easy out there. Hold on, let me go ahead and hit the music early. It's real easy. I don't remember what the music sounds like, so I'm probably way off a rhythm. But we just, it's real easy out there. It's real easy out there. Hold on. Stop the applause. There we go. Towns at the foul line for 2 free throws. He knocks down the first one. I should probably be using my soundboard a little bit more, but I just be forgetting. There's too much going on. Towns up to 16 points, 6 rebounds, 2 assists. He might not get to the 10 rebounds. Hopefully he will. Knicks will be 2026 champs, my man. Appreciate you. Towns knocks down both. Said, the game isn't over. The Knicks have historically blown 34-point games in which they've led by 27 points in the third quarter. Come on, man. That's not against this Nets team. Zaire Williams, right corner 3, can't get it to go down. Fight for the rebound, out of bounds off of the Nets. All going back to the Knicks. Score slightly off. It is 91-63, a 28-point lead for the New York Knicks with just under 8 minutes to go. Brunson bringing it down. Martin picks up Brunson. Over to Shamet. Left corner 3 gets blocked. Shamet can't recover it. Good defense from Zaire Williams there with the block and recovery over to his teammate. Martin down low to Claxton. Shovels it over to MPJ, middle of the lane. Gets an easy two-handed slam. Not good defense from the Knicks there. Knicks will be 2026 champs, and I made that stat up. I think it's significantly less than that. I'd be surprised if it's more than 10. Josh Hart, a straightaway 3, can't get it to go. Towns, the offensive rebound, goes up. Can't get the putback. Claxton with the rebound. He's going to bring it down and push it the other way. Claxton has it up top. Splits the defense. Hands it off to MPJ, a straightaway 3. Off the back rim, can't get it to go. Towns, another rebound. Quick outlet to Brunson. Brunson crosses over, down the lane. Leaves it off for Hart. Shoves it over to Towns, middle of the lane. Big one-handed slam for Big Cat. Beautiful and selfish basketball. Brunson could have took that shot. Josh Hart could have took that shot. But instead, let's reward the big man for running down the middle of the lane. Always reward the big man. Tyrese Martin down the lane. Gets stripped by OG Anunoby. Knicks up by 28. Can you give me a 30-point lead? Josh Hart back to Anunoby. Bad pass, but he's able to recover it. Anunoby tries to get it inside the Towns. A bad pass. MPJ saw it coming all the way. He picks it off over to Nick Claxton. Nick Claxton down the lane. Draws the foul on Jalen Brunson. It's going to send Claxton to the foul line for 2 free throws with 6:30 to go here in the third quarter. Mona said, oh, Lenny Wilkins passed. That's why Mark was bringing him up. My bad, Mark. I didn't realize that he had just passed, and that's why you were bringing him up. Shout out Lenny Wilkins. He always did seem like a cool, genuine dude. Mona said, play the bench. We will eventually be playing the bench. We have a quarter and a half still to go. Let my guys stack up there, pad their stats a little bit. You got to pad your stats against the bad teams. That's how it works. You got to pad your stats against the bad teams. Nick Claxton, who's historically been a bad free throw shooter, has been perfect from the foul line tonight. Knocked down 2 more free throws. Or maybe 1 more. Maybe you split them. I wasn't paying attention because the Knicks are up by 27 points here. Brunson up top, being guarded by Zaire Williams, dancing with it. Loses the handle, picks it back up, spins to his left, stop, turn, spin, half spin, fall away. In and out, can't get it to go. Fight for the rebound. Towns keeps it alive. Over to Josh Hart. Josh Hart back to Brunson. Brunson to 3, can't get it to go. Brunson trying to force a couple of shots there. Didn't love those. Tyrese Martin driving it down all the way to the rim. Lefty layup. Can't get it to go. Good defense from Anunoby. Good hustle from Shamet. Brunson has it. Cross court to Landry Shamet. Wide open right wing 3. There's our 30-point lead, y'all. There. No, it's not. I lied. Nick Claxton did knock down both free throws. And it's a 29-point lead. Give me my 30-point lead, Knicks. Now I'm getting greedy. I don't want the 20-point lead anymore. I want a 30-point lead. Michael Porter Jr. left corner 3 over OG. Well short. Anunoby with the rebound. He's bringing it down now. Give me my 30. Give me my 30. I want my 30. Towns swings through to his right. And an offensive foul on Karl-Anthony Towns. How many times are we going to see the same exact move, Big Cat? Stop using that off arm to pull down the defensive player. It has never worked throughout the entirety of his career, man. Hip Hop said foot on the neck absolutely has been the second half in a nutshell for sure. Been the second half in a nutshell. My timer not going? My timer is going. 5:30 to go. Here we go. We got to catch up. Tyrese Martin bringing it down against Josh Hart. Martin gets it over to MPJ. Gets it over to Day'Ron Sharpe being guarded by Robinson. Hands it back off to MPJ. Gets caught in the air. Tries to get it inside to Day'Ron Sharpe. Mitchell Robinson with the steal. Big Mitch just playing great defense there. Brunson has it up top. He's got the rookie Drake Powell on him. Powell out of UNC. Brunson backing him down. Backing him down in the lane. Stop, pump fake, pivot. Scoop layup with the right hand. My goodness, the footwork from Jalen Brunson gives us a 31-point lead. We got what we want. We got what we wanted. I wanted the 30-point lead, and we got it. Drake Powell has it up top. They get it over to Zaire Williams, a left wing 3. He gets it to go down. I'm fine with that. It's cool. We don't need to win by 30, but we got up by 30. That's embarrassing enough to be down by 30. I'm fine with that. Brunson has now just win the game by 20 plus, and I'll be cool. Brunson coming to his right, gets it over to Bridges. Bridges has it on the right wing, hands it off to Josh Hart. Josh Hart putting his head down, attacking, stops, turns, spins, foul line, fall away jumper, got it to go. There you go, Big Josh. Get your offense off, big dog. Get your offense off. We got 100 points with 4:20 to go here in the third quarter, y'all. I mean, it's blowout city for sure. It's been that way for a minute. They get it over to MPJ. Stop, turn, spin. Great defense from Shaman. Good help from Josh Hart. They get over to Day'Ron Sharpe. Mitchell Robinson just says, I don't need to guard you out there. They get it over to MPJ. Spots up for a straightaway 3 over Shaman. Too strong, can't get it to go. Robinson secures the rebound. Outlet to Josh Hart. Josh Hart pushing the other way. You know he's going to put his head down. He does put his head down all the way to the rim. Stop, turn, pivot, pump fake, puts it up, got it to go. It's too easy in transition for Josh Hart. It's too easy. You ever see that LeBron meme? It's too easy. That's the Knicks all season in a nutshell. It's too easy. We got too many options, too many guys, too many ways to play, too many ways to beat you. They're too good. We need to play some actual competition. I want to see them play against a good team. Bernard Johnson, what's up, Bernard Johnson? Prime optimization, what's up, Prime? Is Edgar Damlin coming back in the game. Igor Demin is likely to come back into the game as a rookie, yes. He'll probably play even in a blowout. David Osh Jr. said, clicking on all cylinders. I told y'all end of November, right? I said, let's not judge them until we get to the end of November. I know it was a little bit of a tough stretch there. I get that. I'm with y'all. I was upset about it as well. Prime Optimization said great announcing. Appreciate you, Prime. I'll try my best. I really do. I know it was a difficult start to the year for the most part, but they were getting wide open looks. The offense was generating wide open looks, and they weren't knocking them down. Now all of a sudden they're knocking them down. You know, I'm still gonna wait till the end of November to fully analyze things. Like maybe it's a hot streak. Maybe we'll see. We'll see how it plays out. But come on, right? This was always the vision. Veer Patel, what's up, Veer? Do you think Cat will come back in? Yes, I think Cat will get one more stint in this game before being relegated to the bench. Not long, though. Not long. What do you need, Veer? You got a bet in? You got a bet in for Cat? Kay Hazy said, the Knicks haven't even been going full speed in this game. For sure. For sure. The defense has been, I don't want to say sloppy, but there have been multiple times where the Knicks have definitely fallen asleep on defense tonight. Multiple times. Veer said, Cat, I need 2 more assists for me. How many assists does Cat have so far tonight? Anthony Towns so far has 2 assists. Can he get 2 more assists? I don't know. That's a tough one, Veer. I don't know if he'll get 2 more assists. Because we're going to get later into the game, and I think Anthony Towns is going to want to put up points. So I think he's going to prioritize getting shots up versus running the offense and getting assists. But we'll see. We'll see. I think he will get at least 1 more stint in the game. Kevin K, what's up, Kev? Knicks cruising? Yes, they are, Kev. Yes, they are, man. And it's great to watch. I don't care if the opponent is not great with, it being the Brooklyn Nets and their tanking team. We know this. I don't care. I love watching the Knicks play basketball. I love watching them dominate, and they have been absolutely dominating so far here tonight. Always going to be fun for me. Prime Optimization said, I quit watching sports when Jordan quit playing basketball. Which time? He did it 3 times. I got back into it 2 weeks ago when I found out FanDuel was a thing. Oh, well, that's great, man. It's great. I'm not the biggest fan of betting, but, having it pull you back to sports is great. It's a great hobby to have if you have the expendable income. We're back in. Jalen Wilson can't knock down the right corner 3. Josh Hart with the rebound. He's going to push it the other way. Over to Shamit. Shamit coming to his left. Pulls it back out. Being guarded by Zaire Williams. Up top to Brunson. Brunson over to Robinson. Robinson has it up top. Robinson dribbling to his right. Hands it off to Brunson. Always seeing Robinson dribble makes me laugh. Brunson puts up the floater, can't get it to go. But with the offensive rebound to put back, do I even have to say his name? My man, Mitchell Robinson. Drake Powell has it up top, dancing around the Day'Ron Sharpe screen. Mitchell Robinson, huge block shot on the rookie Powell. They try to swing it over to Zaire Williams, knocked out of bounds by Bridges. Mitchell Robinson. God, I love Big Mitch. That's my guy, man. Just absolutely said, you're not even capable of shooting a 10-foot floater on me. Most guys give up the floater because that's a bad shot from 10 feet out. Mitchell Robinson says, no, I'm going to block that too. Day'Ron Sharpe can't get Mitchell Robinson a steal. Can't get it to Tyrese Martin curling around the Day'Ron Sharpe screen. Brunson down the lane over to Josh Hart under the basket. Kicks it out to Bridges. A bullet pass. Bridges able to catch it. Kicks it back out to Shamit. Up top to Josh Hart. He's going to hesitate. Step back now for a 3. Just shoot the first one. It doesn't matter. Josh Hart got the 3 to go. The ball movement, the player movement, the open shots it generates. The Knicks up by 37 points. Screw 30. Give me a 40-point lead, Knicks. I'm getting even more greedy now. Martin up top to Williams. Stops, turns, spins, coming to his left. Gets fouled by Josh Hart. He's going to go to the foul line for 2 free throws. Give me a 40-point lead. I don't care. I wanted 20. They gave me 20. I wanted 30. They gave me 30. Now I'm going to get real greedy. Give me a 40-point lead, Knicks. Give me a 40 ball. Judges, that's it. Empty the bench. 4th quarter, Judges. That 4th quarter. We got 2 minutes and 20 seconds to go. Zaire Williams misses a free throw. We love when our opponents misses free throws. Time and time again. We'll never not love it. Gershon Yabusele is in the game. Big Gersh. Big Gersh. I don't know about the afro, Big Gersh. Braid it up. Get the cornrows. Do something with it. Shave it off. I don't know. I don't know about the big afro, Big Gersh. I don't know about the big afro. I'm not into it. Zaire Williams misses both free throws, but Day'Ron Sharpe with the offensive rebound, and he steps out of bounds, a ball going back to the Knicks. You may have given up the offensive rebound, Guerschon Yabusele, but then you forced the turnover. I'll take it. King Free, what's up, King Free? Knicks are the best team in the NBA, hands down. They could definitely get much better. I don't know if I'd go that far, King Free, but they definitely have the potential to be so. Brunson has it up top. They spring it over to Bridges. Bridges hands it off to Josh Hart. Back up top to Brunson. Brunson coming to is right off the Yabusele screen. They show two. Brunson turns it over. Hit ahead to Powell. Hands it off to Martin. Martin to pull up three in transition. Can't get it to go. Fight for the rebound. Day'Ron Sharpe, another offensive rebound, and he gets the putback. I told you, Day'Ron Sharpe in the pregame, one of the best backup bigs in the league. Definitely the most underrated because he plays on the Brooklyn Nets, right? And he plays behind Nick Claxton, who I think is also pretty solid. But if I was a team, if I was like Denver, I might look at Day'Ron Sharpe. I might. If I was a team that needed a backup big, I'd look at Day'Ron Sharpe. I'm a big fan of Day'Ron Sharpe. And he's one of the only guys who's actually played pretty well tonight against the Knicks. One of the only guys. He did get the and one along with that offensive rebound. He's at the foul line now for one more. Gets the free throw to go. 3 more points for Day'Ron Sharpe. And now the Knicks will bring it down. And a foul by Jalen Wilson in the backcourt. Hip Hop said, Nets fans are going to have to watch this every time we play them. Yeah, we play them 4 times a year. We got 3 more games of this. And I suspect it will be a lot of this, for sure. They get it into Josh Hart. Josh Hart will bring it down. And some full court pressure from Tyrese Martin. They hand it off to Brunson. Brunson back to Josh Hart. Going to pump fake, drive it to his left, down the lane. Gets caught in the air. Kicks it to the corner. Bridges chases it down. Isn't a turnover, but he steps on the baseline. I don't know who Josh Hart thought was supposed to be standing in the corner, if it was Yabusele or Bridges, but either way, Josh Hart expected somebody to be there, and they were not there. I don't put that one on Josh Hart. I put that one on whoever was not in the corner. Should always be somebody in the corner as an outlet. Martin bringing it down, hands it off to Powell. Drake Powell, left wing 3 over Brunson, and he got it to go. Shout out to rookie Drake Powell. I do like to see the rookies play well, whether they're the opponents or on the Knicks. Jalen Brunson bringing it down. Hands it off to Josh Hart. Josh Hart coming to his left. Hands it off to Anunoby. Anunoby runs right through Drake Powell. Tries to go up for the two-handed slam. Gets blocked by Noah Clowney. Anunoby able to pick it back up. Back out to Brunson. They swing it over to Yabusele, a right wing 3. Yabusele gets the 3-point shot to go. Getting blocked on the rim on a dunk attempt, but still grabbing your own offensive rebound and kicking it out is kind of crazy from OG. They swing it over to Zaire Williams, a right wing 3. He can't get it to go. Good box out from Bridges. Yabusele comes in for the rebound. Here comes Brunson. Under a minute to go. Forgot to restart the timer, but we're under a minute to go now. Brunson has it up top, dancing with it against Clowney. Quick crossover. Steps back, pump fakes, leans in, kicks it out to Bridges. Bridges extra pass to Anunoby. Anunoby's been on fire all night long. Comes up short on that one. It was right on the mark, but came up short. Here comes Tyrese Martin bringing it down, left wing. Bridges will pick him up. Up top to Drake Powell. Powell being guarded by Anunoby. Powell's going to wind down the clock. About a 5-second difference between game clock and shot clock. Powell coming to his left. Yabusele switches onto him. Powell's going to dance. Step back 3 over Yabusele. And he got 2 in a row for Drake Powell. Okay, shout out Drake Powell. This game is over, so I can shout him out right now. Mixed up by 31 still. Brunson splits a double team down the lane. Throws up the floater. Got it to go. All right, you can literally get that whenever he wants. 1.7 to go in the quarter. They get it into Zaire Williams. Doesn't get it off in time on the half-court heave. Wasn't close anyway, and that's going to be the end of the third quarter. Got 12 more minutes of basketball to go, y'all, and the Knicks have 112 points. The Brooklyn Nets, hold on. Y'all got to see what I'm looking at. I'm looking at 17 third-quarter points from the Brooklyn Nets. Scored 40 in the second, off of some great three-point makes from Michael Porter Jr. Igor Demon hit one. 40 points in the first quarter for the Knicks, 37 in the second, 35 in the third. The offense is not slowing down. Whether they're making threes or they're not, and they're making a lot of threes. But whether they're making shots or not, they're constantly pushing damn near 40 points a quarter. That's fantastic offense. They're going to go up in the offensive ratings in the NBA. Right now, I believe they're sitting at 5th. I still have that open. Still have that tab open. Where are they sitting? It's over here. They're sitting right now at 4th. And the Rockets just lost. Oh, no, the Rockets barely beat the Bucks tonight. Denver's at 121. They're all separated by a percentage number here, right? Denver and Houston are tied at 121.1. Philly is barely beating them out at 121.3, and the Knicks are in 4th at 119.3. The Knicks might jump up to 2nd, if not 1st, after tonight. The Knicks might be, after tonight, the number 1 ranked offensive team in the league. Thank you, Brooklyn Nets, for your terrible defense tonight. Justice, that's at 40 is the new minimum, a quarter versus Brooklyn, for sure. For sure. AP said, OKC could be 10-1. That's crazy. Yeah, man. I mean, they're going to push 65 wins this year. They're going to be around that. If not push for 70. They may push for 70. Who knows? Mark said the toenail behind me. I know, bro. I know. It's a good thing that I can... ESPN sucks. I don't know why ESPN has ads on the side. They make so much money. They don't need ads on their web pages. Why are they doing that? Prime optimization, Boomtowns. We'll see if he could play in the 4th quarter at any point here, Prime. I'm sorry about that, but even still, even if he does play, I don't think he's going to get the 2 assists. It's not really something you, play to get, is assists when you're as a big man, right? Maybe said, 2, think Isaiah Hartenstein was the last piece they needed. Man, he's a Benedict Arnold. I'm moving on. Oh, for the Thunder. Yeah. He was the last piece they needed. Yeah. For sure. Definitely. Yeah. I mean, he ties it all together for sure. Yeah, they needed a true traditional big man because Chet Holmgren is not that for sure. But here we go. We're back into it. OG Anunoby bringing it down to start the quarter. Who would he come out with? We come out with Anunoby, McBride, Towns, Shamet, and Clarkson. Clarkson had the fantastic first half. He's getting minutes here in the 4th quarter. He's probably going to play majority, or if not the entirety of the 4th quarter here. Towns up top, driving to his right, throws up the righty hook, gets it to go down over Clowney. He's just too big, too strong for Clowney. It's not a good matchup for him. Maybe the Knicks can push to 40 here before we get the end of the bench guys in the game. Get it over to Clowney. Clowney up top. Hands it off to Wilson. Wilson over to Martin. Martin behind the back pass to Powell. Powell being guarded by McBride. Jab step, coming to his left, driving it down, spins to his right, stops, step back, fall away, foul line jumper. Can't get it to go. Towns comes flying in for the rebound. You know Towns wants to grab those rebounds. He's up to 11 now. So I think Brittany needed the 10-plus rebounds for Towns. He gave it to her tonight. Towns, beautiful bounce pass to Anunoby. Extra pass. They swing it around. Clarkson, pass fake, driving it down to his left in the lane. Lefty layup, can't get it to go. Grabs his own offensive rebound. Kicks it out to Shamet, a left wing 3. Even when we get blocked, we get open looks. Shamet didn't miss the open 3, though. And now here come the Nets pushing it the other way. Martin has it on the left wing. Over to Clowney. Clowney is the trailer. Straightaway 3, can't get it to go. Fight for the rebound. The Nets keep it alive. Wilson down the lane against Anunoby. Can't knock down the layup. He's looking for a foul call. He doesn't get it. Towns with the rebound there. And now here comes McBride over to Towns. He's going to spot it for a deep 3. Like I said, he wants those points. Can't get that one to go. Zaire Williams with the rebound. This is the part of the game where you got to pad your stats because you don't have a ton of time left before Mike Brown starts putting in a lot of the reserve guys. Clowney spots up for a deep 3. He can't get it to go. Towns with yet another rebound, and he's bringing it down over to Claxton. Claxton has it up top. Coming to his left. Zaire Williams switches on to him. Jordan Clarkson. There's an off-ball foul. Towns gets fouled by Clowney, fighting for positioning down low. Prime observation said, I need Claxton. Claxton might be done. Maybe he'll come back in. He's still on the bench. Clowney in at center still. Shamet just doesn't finish. Shamet is really just out there to shoot threes. That's it. If he's not shooting a 3, I'm not confident the shot is going to go in. They get it into Towns. Towns up top. Towns coming to his right. Goes right into the defense. Gets the layup to go over Jalen Wilson. Like I said, he's going to start padding those point stats, not necessarily going to start padding the assisting stats. Igor Demin, cross court. Jalen Wilson, a left wing 3. Too strong, can't get it to go. Shamet able to snag that rebound. He's going to bring it down. Over to Anunoby. Anunoby's going to go off and run right past the defense. Can't get knocked down the lefty hook shot, but gets his own offensive rebound and two-handed putback slam. OG Anunoby, what are you doing, my brother? Listen, it is a 39-point game. Can you give me the 40? Can you give me the 40 anyway? and a foul, and OG Anunoby chasing off ball, trying to fight around the screen. AB said, that's funny. The only thing that the NBA player can do is shoot threes and can't do anything else. That is, I mean, against other NBA players, that's the only thing he can do. Against any other form of competition, Landry Shamet's a 20-plus point per game scorer in any other league in the world. In the NBA, all he can do is shoot threes. They get it into Clowney up top. Clowney hands it off to Demon. Demon spots up for a deep straightaway three. He doesn't have to be that deep. He does knock it down, though. McBride will bring it down. McBride telling his teammates, I got this. Go down the court. I don't care about this pressure. McBride kicks it out to Clarkson. Clarkson coming to his left. Hands it off to Shamet. Shamet back to McBride. And they call it an off-ball foul on Clarkson. Just handed it off to Shamet. And then I guess ran into the defender. They call a moving screen on him. Veer said, Cat just needs 2 assists. Come on, baby. I don't know if Cat's going to get the 2 assists, man. He definitely wants his points. I don't know if he cares too much about the assist. He's already got 2 tonight. Clowney pump fakes, driving it down against Towns, and they call a foul on Karl-Anthony Towns. So Clowney's going to go to the foul line for 2 free throws. O-Dog, what's up, O-Dog? Where's MPJ? On the bench. I don't think he's going to come back into the game. The Nets have already inserted ETN. Make sure I get his first name right. Tyson ETN has subbed into the game. Okay. He's one of their end of the bench guys. Noah Clowney knocks down the first free throw. He's got another one coming. Shake Lucas said Brown's going to pull the starters. He will pull the starters probably around the 6-minute mark is when all the starters should come out. Velocity said, where's Jalen Brunson? On the bench, my brother. On the bench. Clowney misses the second free throw after he made the first. And the Knicks will bring it down after the rebound. They get it into Anunoby in the right corner, being guarded by ETN. Anunoby blows right past the defense, puts up the floater, can't get it to go. Jalen Wilson with the rebound. He's going to bring it down the other way. McBride going to try and pick him up. Wilson's good, big, strong, size frame. They get it out to Zaire Williams, a left wing three, and he splashes it. McBride's going to push it the other way. Probably only have about 2 more minutes here with the starters. Towns 0 steps down the lane, gets grabbed by Clowney. He's going to send him to the foul line for 2 free throws. As Towns just blew past him, Clowney frustrated, just grabs him. Going to send him to the foul line for 2 free throws. Sharon McLean, what's up, Sharon? She said the Nets were good in the ABA. It was a long time ago. A long time ago, where they were consistently good. Mark said relegate them to the G League. Nio Dimitri with a very generous super chat. Appreciate you, Nio. Said, hello, Sheffy. Let's go, Knicks. Appreciate you, Nio. Appreciate you. Towns at the foul line. Knocks down the first free throw. Joe said, the Nets might struggle in the WNBA. Now we're getting disrespectful. Joe's dad said, if a player passes the ball to a shooter and he gets fouled, should the passer get the assist if the shooter makes the first free throw? I think he should only get the assist if both free throws are made, or if 2 of the 3 free throws are made, if it happens to be a three-pointer. The only issue I have with that is that we're going to have to go through NBA history and retroactively award assists as well. I don't think it should just be a new thing that we do. ETN misses the corner 3. Anunoby knocks the rebound away from Jalen Wilson. Now here comes Towns bringing it down after he snags it. Towns coming to his left. Long pass Noah Clowney again. Gets a left-handed jam. Like I said, Towns is going to prioritize padding his offensive points. Technical foul on Noah Clowney. So another free point for Karl-Anthony Towns. Another one. Another one. Another free point for Big Towns. How many points does Towns have? Towns knocks down his free throw. And Hukporty and Yabusele are going to check in. Now we're going to start pulling the guys out. Now it's over. Just that Huck time. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Huckamania is in the game. 28 points for Karl Anthony Towns. 19 for OG Anunoby. Their nights are likely done. 16 for Mikal Bridges. 19 for Jalen Brunson. His night is likely done. Also 7 assists for JB as well. Beautiful night all around from the starters. As always, Demon has it up top, being guarded by Yabusele in a switch. Demon's gonna hesitate, drive it down, kicks it up top to somebody. Kicks it up to Zaire Williams. I gotta look up who that is. Crosses over to his right, down the lane. Gets a nice explosive right-handed layup at the rim from Zaire Williams there. Landry Shaman's gonna bring it down. Hands it off to Clarkson. Clarkson, in and out dribble, stops, turns, spins, in the lane, hangs in the air, shoves it over to Hukporty. He can't hang on to it. Here come the Nets bringing it down the other way. 7:20 to go. Jalen Wilson runs right into Deuce McBride, and then Deuce McBride ties him up. Jalen Wilson thought he was just going to run right through him and create the space. And Deuce McBride just absorbed that contact and was like, thank you for the ball, brother. and ties it up. So it'll be a jump ball between McBride and Jalen Wilson. Albert, what's up, Albert? Jalen Wilson to the bench. Drake Powell in the game. Who's the other guy in the game for the Nets? Oh, E.J. Liddell. I know E.J. Liddell. I was a big fan of E.J. Liddell coming out of college. Unfortunately, his NBA career has not panned out the way I'm sure he would have liked it to. They swing it up top to Powell. Good pump fake. He's going to drive it in, loses the handle, picks it up, and throws it away right to Clarkson. Clarkson has it up top. Pulls it back out. Sprays it over to Yabusele. Back to Clarkson. Clarkson catches it on the run. Kicks it over to McBride. Catches, pump fake, jab step, D3 for Deuce McBride. Off the back rim, can't get it to go. Long rebound out to Igor Demon. He's going to bring it down. He has it on the right wing, being picked up by Shamit. Coming to his left. Inside pass. Turnover. Demon threw it to nobody. Knicks were in the passing lane. They couldn't get to it. And we're going to get a New York timeout here. The Knicks are out there with Yabusele, Hukporty, Clarkson, Shamit, and McBride. Get my man Tyler Kolek in there. Mark said the afro too much, Deucey. Yeah. You might have to go get the hair done for the next game. How do you not get the hair done for tonight? If you're McBride, how do you not get the hair done for tonight? You had 3 days off. You had more than enough time to go get the hair done. Mark said Deuce was 0 points. Yeah. I mean, this is the beauty of having a deep team. It was Jordan Clarkson's night, so he got majority of the minutes. McBride didn't really get any open looks. It's fine, because McBride still played some really solid defense tonight. And against the Brooklyn Nets, you don't need everybody to pop off, but pretty much everybody did. Joe said, give me a Kolek. Kolek should get some time, Relic. He should get some time. Mark said it's okay. Yeah, I think it's all right. You're going to get some of that. Like, you're going to have a Jordan Clarkson game where he has like 2 points. He's like 1 for 4 or something, you know? Niall Dimitri said, where's my shout out? I gave you the shout out, Niall. I saw the super chat, my brother. Hold on, let me do this. Can I do this? Hold on. Oh. Corvus Androa with the subscription. Appreciate you, Corvus. Appreciate you. Can't I do this again? Can't I pop this again? Maybe not. I shouted you out, my man, now. Said, hello, Sheffy, let's go Knicks. I appreciate you. I always appreciate you, Niall. Oh, all right, I did that. How do I pop that? Should be able to do that again. What's this? There we go. I'm trying to figure out how to get it to pop again, my man. Nah, I got you. Nah, you know I always got you. Okay, well, we'll do it. Sherry McLean said, who's your Dadier? I'm hoping for all the guys to come in. David said it's early, but what do you think is a weakness that we have? The Knicks right now, defensively, their game plan is to play heavy and gap. So off ball, guys are going to kind of spread off of their man a little bit, part of that defensive game plan is to dare the offense to settle for a lot of threes that night. So right now their weakness is if they play a really good three-point shooting team and that team is also shooting well from three, the Knicks could really struggle to keep pace with the team. That's probably their biggest weakness overall right now. Another weakness they have is they still don't have a ton of great ball handlers outside of Jalen Brunson. Sham it all the way to the rim. Tried to go for a two-handed slam, and he hurts the left shoulder. He got blocked at the rim. They're going to call the foul. But he's going to get up. He's holding that left shoulder. I think that was the dislocated shoulder last year, but he seems fine. He's going to stay in the game and shoot the free throws. Joel Palin. What's up, Joel? Knicks just in training camp tonight. Kind of just a competitive scrimmage, right? Just a scrimmage out there. Shaman misses the free throw. Abe said, no injury, please. Yeah, even a Landry Shaman. No injuries for anybody. Keep us as healthy as possible. I like when I look before the game to see what the injury report is for both teams. As Shaman misses both free throws, that's not a good sign. To see what the injury report is for both teams. And every time the Knicks, it says no injuries to report, and I love it. I love it every time. Zaire Williams gets fouled by Hug Porty going to the rim. He's going to go to the foul line for 2 free throws here. 6:21 to go. About the halfway point here in the fourth quarter. Nick Yag, what's up, Yag? Play the right way to the end of the game. I want to see Kolek out there. Absolutely. I think Kolek would make sure we play the right way to the end of the game. I know he's probably got Deuce McBride out there to pad some stats a little bit, but we don't need that. We don't need that. We're good. We're good. The Nets missed the pull-up three. McBride with the rebound. He's going to bring it down the other way. McBride gets it over to Hug Porty. Back to McBride. Swings through to his left off the Hug Porty handoff. And another moving screen on the Knicks. Another turnover. Ball going back to the Nets here. Jake Lucas said, let's get 130. I think they're going to score 7 more points here. I for sure think they're going to score 7 more points. Drake Powell bringing it down. We can get Clarkson out of here. We don't need Clarkson out there. Hands it off to Demon. Over to Etienne. Over to Powell. Catches. Pump fakes. Gets fouled by Clarkson. A lot of hacking and whacking going on right now. Femendolinaris? Fern? What's up, Fern? I need 1 point from Brunson? Brunson's not going to get the 1 more point. He's done for the night. Josh Hart laughing at Jordan Clarkson as Clarkson goes to the bench. I think he ripped his headband off and threw it or something. And Josh Hart's laughing at him. He gets Clarkson to laugh. Drake Powell's at the foul line for 2 free throws. He knocks down the first one. Bakum Dadier's in the game. Yes, sir. He comes in for Clarkson. Finally, we got Clarkson out of there. He had a good night. Get Clarkson out of there. You don't need to be out there anymore. Clarkson subs out. Detail Ninja Tampa. What's up, Detail? Brunson is done. Brunson is done for the night. So if you needed him for 1 more point for 20 and think he ended up with 19, sorry, man. I'm sorry. Namar, my man Namar. V Truist. What's up, V Truist? Need Bridges for 4 points. Bridges is also likely done for the night, my man. McBride down the lane, step back, mid-range, fall-away jumper. Can't get it to go. Fight for the rebound. Zaire Williams has it. Hit a head pass. Etienne, a pull-up 3. Off the back rim, can't get it to go. Good box out from Deuce McBride. Somebody got to come in for the rebound. Dadier did. Porty knocks it back to Dadier. And now here come the Knicks bringing it down. We're past the halfway point. 5:30 to go. Shaman coming to his left. Shaman dancing with it. Swings it over to Dadier. Catches, driving it down in the lane. Cross-court pass. Yabu Celia, right corner 3, can't get it to go. Yabu, we need to stat your three-point shooting stats. Yabu, they call a foul on the Nets. They try to box out Hug Porty in the glass. They call a foul on Etienne. O-Dog, what's up, O-Dog? Need MPJ for 4 points for over 2K. He's not getting the 4 points, O-Dog. He's done for the night. It is a blowout. It's a blowout city. Tonight was not the night to take the overs in this game. The only over you should have took was in points scored tonight. Total was the over. Should have took the over. Deuce McBride subs out. Shamit subs out. Tyler Kolek and my man Mo Diawara sub in. Hug-Porty hands it off to Kolek. Kolek dancing around the Hug-Porty screen. Gets to the middle of the lane. Kicks out to Mo Diawara. Right corner three. Mo Diawara with his first made three of his NBA career. He's on the way, y'all. He is on the way. My man Mo. I love it. I love it. 126-90. Under 5 minutes to go here. Drake Powell driving it down. Hug-Porty comes over for the help. Drake Powell got the finish to go over Dadier and over Hug-Porty. A nice finish from him. Tyler Kolek bringing it down against ETN. Tyler Kolek has it up top, coming to his right. Pocket pass to Hug-Porty down the middle of the lane. Euro steps, knocks down the little lefty layup. Nice move from Big Huck. It's a 36-point lead, right? No, I can't do math. It's a 35-point lead. Can we get to 40? Martin down the lane, knocks down the lefty layup over Dadier. They're kind of picking on Dadier a little bit. A little bit. Angel A1 Roman to the blowout continues. Yes, it does. Yes, it does indeed. Cross court to Diawara. He's going to pump fake. Back up top to Yabu. Back over to Kolek. Kolek crosses over to his right. Pocket pass down low to Yabu. Gets stripped down low. It's going to remain with the Knicks, though. Nice pass from Kolek. Under 4 to go. Get it out to Dadier. Pump fake. One dribble to his left. Puts up the three. Can't get it to go. Martin with the rebound. He's bringing it down the other way. Martin coming to his left off the screen. EJ Liddell, a right wing three up to pick and pop, and he banks it in. That's one way to get the shot to go down. 127-97, a 30-point lead for the Knicks here. And an offensive foul, I believe, on Hug-Porty, battling with EJ Liddell. A lot of offensive fouls on the Knicks here to end the game. 3:30 to go. Just as Dad said, don't end well if you're a limo driver and you see a Nets player acting a fool. Come on, big dog. Hattie said, Kolek is going to lose confidence if he's only getting a few minutes in blowout games. I don't think so. I mean, Kolek, if he played better, he would have earned more minutes, If he played better, he would have earned more minutes. He knows what he needs to work on. I think part of playing him early in the year was like, hey, man, you're close to being part of a rotation, but these are the things you're going to need to work on. And it was getting him in the game, right? You should not lose confidence just because you're not playing minutes when you're a young player. Hug-Porty has it up top. Being guarded by EJ Liddell. Hands it off to Dadier. Dadier behind the Hug-Porty screen. Up top to Yabusele. A straightaway three for Big Yabu. Comes up short. EJ Liddell comes flying in for the rebound. Hit ahead to Jalen Wilson. He's got a free run to the basket. All the way down. Gets blocked by Hug-Porty. All the way back to the Knicks bench. They have fun with it. And a timeout with just under 3 minutes to go here. Just as Dad said, D. Williams, net Hall of Famer. Yeah, we just got to leave that story in the past, brother. We got to leave that story in the past. Mark said, Huck says, get that nastiness out of here. Yeah, man. Yeah, I mean, look, it's a blowout, and we always like seeing the rookies play well, but I know what Hug-Porty's capable of. I know you guys know what Hug-Porty's capable of. I know what Kolek is capable of. I'm a little disappointed with Dadier not showing a little bit more in year 2 here. But our guy Mo Diawara is the guy we're really intently watching so far, right, in these blowout minutes. He did knock down a 3. Probably all we're really going to get from him so far tonight. But, that's what I want to see. That's what I want to see from him. Let me refresh this. Let me refresh the stream as well. Make sure we're up to date as much as possible. The Gotham Sports app keeps us about 20 seconds behind. But it's all right. Not that big of a deal. Shea Lucas said we have 127. Yeah, we got to get one more 3 to go down, or just two more 2s. Got to get that 130. Angela Harding said it looks like we won't get that 40. Yeah, it looks like we're not going to get to the 40. Getting to 40 is difficult. Getting to 40, a 40-point lead in the NBA against any team is pretty difficult. Scores 127, Hattie. Yeah, score slightly off. 97 and 127. Avey said, if this was Major League Baseball, Kolek would be a rookie. Yeah. You do play a lot longer in baseball, generally, if you're a good player. Just that said, I was legitimately asking if Darren Williams will have his jersey in the Raptors of the team. Darren Williams have his jersey retired for the Nets? I don't think so. Doubt it. They didn't really accomplish anything. He was kind of in his prime, and then was traded to the Nets and had like 2-ish good years. He kind of has had a similar impact on the Nets organization as Amari Stoudemire had on the Knicks, right? And I don't think anybody in the Knicks is clamoring to retire Amari Stoudemire's jersey. You know, he had a longer run than Amari did. Amari had half a season of being a star for the Knicks. Darren Williams had about 2 seasons of it. But, you know, I don't think so. Two good seasons and then a lot of mediocrity does not get your jersey retired. Got to be special for the franchise. AP said Darren Williams didn't do anything. Yeah, not really. Not really. Like I said, he was solid for like 2 years for them, where he was still a really good point guard in the league. But once he was traded away from Utah, his career was like completely turned upside down. It was like maybe that Utah system made the player a little bit. He was still really talented, but Yabusele drives down the lane, gets fouled. He's going to go to the foul line for 2 free throws here with 2:30 to go. If it's not Mo Diawara or Tyler Kolek or Bakom Dadie or Hug 40, I don't need Yabusele free throws. Although pad your stats, big Yabu, for sure. Build some confidence, pad your stats, absolutely. But if I'm not getting one of the young guys getting buckets here, I'm good. I'm good. He was the top All-Stars a few years. Yeah, he made the All-Star team, I think 2 years, maybe 3 years with the Nets. But, you know, I have always seen his impact with the Nets the same way I see Amari Stoudemire's impact with the Knicks. It's like, thank you for coming. Kind of turned the franchise around a little bit for a little bit of time there. But, you know, you were good for a little bit and then not good. Yabusele splits the free throws. Got to knock down your free throws, Yabu. Come on, big dog. Drake Powell, excuse me, not Dwight Powell. Drake Powell. They hand it off to ETN up top, driving to his right, leaves it off for Liddell. Pump fake, driving it down, draws the foul on the floor. They're in the bonus. 2 free throws for him. 2:23 to go. Can we not get free throws at the end of the game here? Can we just get to the end, y'all? Come on. Come on. Mark said, bring back the Sonics in Lenny's memory. If you saw, there was a report the other day that the NBA is really close to starting a foreign league, like a European league or something like that. Like a 16-team European league. And I'm just like, bro, just give us a Seattle team. I think that's all we're really asking for right now. Just give us a Seattle team, maybe a Vegas team. And that's it. What are we doing? There's no need to do all of this nonsense. You know? Just over 2 minutes to go. The EJ Liddell split the free throws, 128-98. Mo Diawara has it up top to Kolek. Kolek driving it down, middle of the lane, kicks out to Yabusele. Yabusele driving to his left, putting his head down, throws up another floater, can't get it to go, fight for the rebound. The Nets end up with it. Under 2 minutes to go now. Drake Powell bringing it down. Hands it off to ETN. He's going to fire a 3. Can't get it to go. ETN is like, I don't play a lot. I'm going to get my shots up. Kolek gets it over to Dadie. Dadie has it up top. Gets it over to Hug 40. Hug 40 up top. Gets it out to Dadie. Left corner. Going to put up the 3. Well contested. Didn't matter. Hit the side of the backboard. Almost went in anyway. He almost banked it in out of the corner. Yabusele chased down the offensive rebound, but got fouled by ETN on the floor. Free throws for Yabusele because they're in the bonus. Mark said Vegas, and I do believe they were the second most requested team. Then Mexico City, and then there was a third team, I think. But, you know, just go get us the Sonics. Go get us the Sonics. Yabusele misses another free throw. Come on, Big Yabu. I'm trying to root for you, Big Yabu. I'm trying to root for you. I'd go Baltimore before Vegas. Baltimore's not bad. Baltimore's not bad. I think you need 2 Western Conference teams, though. I guess you could do a West and an East if you're going to do Seattle. I guess you could do the East. Yeah, that would be 1-1. Dwight Powell has it up top after Yabu split the free throws. Martin being guarded by Dadier. Driving to his left. Has it at the foul line. Step back. All the way mid-range shot. Too strong, can't get it to go. Yabu slowly chases down the long rebound. Got about a minute to go now. Tyler Kolek will bring it down. Kolek being guarded by ETN. Kolek, cross court. Mo Diawara, well contested three. Oh, Mo Diawara splashed 2 threes, baby. Mo Diawara, 6 points tonight. I love it. I love it. Mo Diawara is the future. Dadier, you better step your game up, brother. Martin driving it down. Can't get the layup to go. Nets trying to save it. Goes out of bounds. 98-132 with 46 seconds to go. Here we go. Okay, Hazy said, uh-oh, Mo's our guy. Mo might be on the way, man. Mo might be on the way. Mo Diawara bringing it down. Takes the handoff to Kolek. Now gets it out to Kolek. Gets it back to Mo. Mo, cross-court to Dadier in the right corner. Back up top to Kolek. Kolek coming to his right. Pocket pass to Dadier. Flipping the screen. Kicks out to Yabusele. Corner three. He's open. Comes up short. Can't get it to go. Yabu continues to struggle. Even in garbage time here. They get it out to ETN. A left wing three. Off the back rim. Can't get it to go. Fight for the loose ball rebound. The Nets able to grab it. 15 seconds to go. This should be the final shot of the game. Get over to Jalen Wilson. He fires up a three. He can't get it to go. Mo Diawara comes in for the rebound. Oh, no, Hugporty comes in for the rebound. Excuse me. Get it over to Dadier, and then they foul Dadier. What are you doing, Martin? What are you doing? Game's over. We're just going to dribble out the clock on you. Now you're going to give my man Dadier 2 points. We're going to pad the stats. We're going to pad the stats. Mark said, Mike Breen said, Mark is quoting Mike Breen, teamwork masterpiece. It really was, because if we go through the box scores, forget the Nets. Look right at the Knicks box scores. Then we'll go around the league a little bit before we call it a night. We go through the box scores here. OG Anunoby, 19. Karl-Anthony Towns padded his stats in the fourth quarter there, 28. He really had like 20. Scored 8 points in garbage time or something like that. 12 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals. Mitchell Robinson with 8 points, 8 rebounds, 3 of them offensive. Still having Mitchell Robinson level impact, 2 steals and 2 blocks. Phenomenal. Defensively phenomenal. Mikal Bridges chipped in 16, 5 assists. The assist numbers continue to rise for Mikal Bridges. 5 assists a game is beautiful for him. Mark also chipped in. They stay perfect at MSG, which is obviously phenomenal. Jalen Brunson with 19 and 7, a quiet 19 and 7. Did he shoot it? He shot it 6 for 14. Not a great shooting night for JB again, but he doesn't need to. Doesn't need to because his teammates are lifting him up. It's beautiful to watch. It's beautiful basketball. Anunoby was what? 4 for 6 from 3. Towns only took 2 threes because he knew he had the inside advantage and went right into the paint constantly, time and time again. Mikal Bridges was 4 for 5, being overshadowed by OG Anunoby. Mikal Bridges was quietly 4 for 5 from 3, my man. A corner sniper. Refuses to miss from 3 right now. Jalen Brunson 3 for 8, which is pretty good. Yabusele off the bench 1 for 4 from 3 on pretty open looks. Come on, big Yabu, come on. Also, good point, Nixon NYC. He said Towns only had 1 point per minute, 28 minutes, 28 points. But if you look at the distribution of the minutes, nobody played more than 30 minutes. Jalen Brunson got the closest at 29, Bridges with 28, Towns with 28, but 17 Mitchell Robinson minutes, 27 OG Anunoby minutes, 10 Yabusele, 18 Clarkson, McBride 16, Shamet 21, Josh Hart 21, and then obviously the garbage time guys. Hugporty got 8 garbage time minutes, Mo Diawara got 5. Knocked down 2 threes. Oh, no, they called one of them a long 2? No, don't take a 3 away from my man Mo. At least he got the 1 3 off. But a long 2 as well for Mo Diawara for 5 points. Dadier got the 2 free throws at the end. 134. They did get to the 130. They didn't score 130 points. How many points did they score in that fourth quarter? Not a lot, I assume. 22 points in that third quarter. It was obviously garbage time. Game was over. But 40, 37, 35 in serious quarters of basketball for the Knicks. And then only 22 in the garbage time quarter. But woof. Kolek and 3 assists in 5 minutes of garbage time. 3 assists and no turnovers. Beautiful for Tyler Kolek. Continues to do his thing. I do think he can be a legit backup point guard in the league. Sharon McLean becoming a member or re-upping the membership. Appreciate you, Sharon, very, very much. Nothing like a comfortable win. Absolutely. Nothing like a comfortable win. Now, I do like my close games and whatnot, but I prefer close games against teams that are actually good. Like if they had a close game against the Brooklyn Nets tonight, it would have been a little upsetting, even if they pulled out the win. But you blow out the teams you should blow out. You're going to have close games against good teams. We got Houston coming up on the schedule. We got a rematch against Miami soon. Speaking of, let's go around the league. Let's look at tomorrow's slate. We'll pick a game out. And then we will look at when the Knicks play the next time. So real quick, the Knicks, I do believe next time they play is Tuesday. We're playing Memphis. Memphis is struggling a little bit as of recently. But I do believe they played tonight, and they were playing the Thunder, right? And the Thunder did end up pulling it out and winning by 14. I told you, it does not matter what the first half score is against the Thunder. They will find a way to come back and win. They're up 10-1 on the season now in terms of their record. They're also undefeated at home. The Grizzlies fall to 4-7. They're going to continue to struggle. Mortal Kombat Chinese food. What's up, Mortal Kombat? Easy schedule for the Knicks. They're going to have some tough games coming up for sure. They're going to have some tough ones. The Rockets did beat the Bucks. That's good for the Knicks. Obviously, the Bucks dropping to 6-4 now. Timberwolves, Kings later tonight. Pacers, Warriors later tonight. Pistons, 76ers are going off right now. Pretty close game before halftime. 48-54, 6-point game right there. Cool. Boston up by 3 against the Magic. Both of these teams kind of having disappointing starts to the year. Orlando a lot more than Boston. Boston expected somewhat of a difficult season with Jason Tatum out. Orlando doesn't really have much of an excuse for being 4-5. 4-5 is a pretty rough start, sitting around 500, but they have the opportunity to come back and still probably get close to 50 wins this year. I don't know if they'll be able to get to 50 wins, but they'll get close. As far as the games for tomorrow, we know the Knicks play Memphis on Tuesday, but as far as the games tomorrow, we got Lakers, Hornets, Wizards, Pistons, Blazers, Magic, Cavs, Heat. That might be the game we watch, Cavs, Heat. We got Spurs, Bulls. Well, no, we might be back on Wemby watch with Spurs, Bulls. But I think Cavs, Heat might be the way. I think Cavs, Heat. Right? We got more games against the Miami Heat coming up. It's also going to be interesting to watch them play without Bam Adebayo. They're still scoring, so it's going to be interesting to watch them play against the Cavs without Bam. But maybe I'll also have Spurs Bulls loaded up just in case we have to switch between these two games. So maybe we'll have these two games to keep an eye on. One of them starts at 8, so we'll be live at 7 o'clock for Cavs Heat. We'll go through our regular pregame. Maybe we'll also pregame Spurs Bulls a little bit. We might be switching back and forth between these two tomorrow. Maybe I'll just set it up where we switch back and forth between these two anyway, right? Maybe we'll do that. George Diaz, what's up, George? The Jets have more wins than the Nets. That's pretty hilarious because it's true, and it's sad, and it's very sad because we are now, we're in week 2 of November, so that's pretty sad. That's pretty sad. But with that being said, I very much appreciate you guys hanging out with me so far here tonight. Very, very kind of you guys. I do believe Dadier, it's 134. Dadier knocked down 2 free throws at the end. Shout out to all of our channel members. Thank you guys for supporting. We had some more channel members here tonight joining up yet again. So we will update the thank you list here. Thank you to all the members. Amy Machua, Big Rud, KCOMG Ace, Tatsup Spam, Tay Cowboys v Harris 00, Sharon McLean, my girl Sharon. Appreciate you, Sharon. Big Mike, MBM, K Hazy, Christopher Smith, Gasman, Bossman KP, Darren Michelle, Johnny Miller, Jose NYC, Roger G-Wall, OG Roo, Susan, Miguelito Hernandez, Shaq Collins, James Sumler, Ellie Mooskopf, El Tigre, 2031. Knicks will be 2026 champs. Of course they will. Love the name, my man. I appreciate you. David Miskelly, my man, Mark. And I appreciate y'all. Thanks for hanging out with me time and time again. It was a beatdown, but it was an enjoyable beatdown. At least we got some entertainment out of it, right? Usually blowouts aren't all that fun to watch, but when they're the Knicks, they do become fun to watch. So thank you guys for hanging out with me. Remember to brush your teeth before bed. Drink some water and stay hydrated. And get a good night's sleep. Mark, Namar, Chi-Chi, appreciate you, Chi-Chi. So let me hold that jacket for Wednesday. Come on, big dog. You've been trying to hold this jacket for like 2 years now. Nixon, NYC, K Hazy, Hip Hop Beats, Noel Mandap, AP, Mark, Justice's dad, Mortal Kombat Chinese food, George Diaz. Appreciate y'all. Thanks for hanging out with me tonight. I Like Shoes. Appreciate you. I Like Shoes. And I'll catch you on the next one. We'll be live tomorrow. And then, of course, the Knicks will be back on Tuesday. Nah, Dimitri, appreciate you, brother. Thank you for the very generous super chat earlier in the night. And I'll catch you on the next one. Good night, everybody. I'm out. Bye.